can't take this damn parade. Who cares? Joe, there's a 2-mile wait to get past the damn green line.
Anyone who gets scared by a bear in the neighborhood, call Joe Murray.
I happen to trust Joe Murray.
First time I ever met Joe Murray was at a Hooters.
Sports Hub of Joe Murray, live from the Brook Casino in Seabrook, New Hampshire. It is NFL opening night, and it is our kickoff show. And I am joined by none other than a man you see at the draft, a man you see on 98.5, thesportshub.com, a man who will be writing. He does podcasts, he does this, he does that. This is not this or that. He is Alex Barth, and he's here at the Brook Casino on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Alex, hello, sir.
What's up, Joe? This and that. Game preview, my Barth's 5 things, up to 1,300 words. Still got a few more items to go, too, before we put that out tomorrow morning. So writing. Probably a little bit of that tonight, too, during the breaks.
Everyone's getting ready. The fantasy drafts have happened. The people, I was walking around the casino room. I was playing blackjack. There was a lot of table games going on. I was interested in some of the games that they have here. But tonight, hey, Joe, who do you like tonight? Joe, who you got? A lot of who do you got tonight?
Who do you got tonight? Who do you have tonight?
Well, why don't we get into our opening take, which is, of course, presented by Super Service Today, Massachusetts' #1 provider for residential and commercial plumbing, heating, cooling, and drain cleaning, day or night. Always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com. Opening take. Dak Prescott's going to have a big night tonight.
Okay.
Doesn't mean they win.
Sure.
Just saying that it is the return of Dak Prescott, a man who signed one of the biggest deals in NFL history, right? A man who, there's a lot of pressure on Dallas this year. The Micah Parsons trade, right? Schottenheimer's now their head coach, who's always been an offensive coordinator and never really had the opportunity. Jerry Jones is under fire. No doubt about it. The Dallas fans are hungry. I'm going to tell you right now, I think Dak Prescott responds. He responds to it. It's a take. I'm going to die on it right now, Alex. I'm interested to see how the Eagles do come out after winning a Super Bowl. They're going to raise a banner, which is something they have done before.
Yeah.
But overall, my opening take is tonight, I think Dak Prescott has a big night.
Historically, though, and you would know the trend better than me, we were talking about this off the air, that you follow these trends, and it's such a big part of betting. Doesn't the team raising the banner traditionally come out a little flat in this game? And don't they, I don't know the exact number, cover versus not cover, but doesn't it kind of trend away from them in this game?
Flat, but they have been successfully winning.
But are they covering?
Exactly. And just remember, this is a divisional game.
Yep.
Divisional underdogs of a touchdown or less, generally, or a touchdown or more, 3 points or more, generally do well. We're going to talk about that throughout the night. And, of course, kickoff just after 8 o'clock. I'll have a pick for you. We'll do that. But that's my take for tonight. We're going to get into a ton of Patriots and Raiders stuff. Josh McDaniels spoke today. There's the Stephon Diggs stuff from yesterday. We're starting to hear a little bit more about Christian Gonzalez. I know Ben Volen had an article about that today. But overall, football's back. I know there's a lot of changes this year. Alex, what should people be looking for tonight with some of the new rule changes?
First and foremost, you know where I got to start, Joe, and that's the kickoff. And we saw it in the preseason, and Jeremy Springer actually talked about this today. Teams might cover 1, maybe 2 kickoffs in a game in the past, and when you cover a kickoff, it's not as simple as just running down the field. Like, these teams have plays on. The kickoff team is a play on, the return team is a play on, but if you know, okay, our kicker's going to boot it through the end zone, you're probably not going to run much of a play. That might be a straight running down. Now, you're going to have teams with plays on, you're going to have to cover 5, 6, 7, 8 kicks a night, and with the touchback going to the 35, there's a lot of incentive to put that ball in play. This is going to be a major, major play in the course of the NFL game now. The kickoff is going to be massively influential, and in the field position battle. So I think you're going to see a lot of kickoffs run out. It was with mixed results in the summer, in the preseason. We certainly saw more big returns than usual, but you also saw some teams unable to get the ball to the 20 and some really strong coverage play. And if you're a team that has the kickoff figured out on either side, kickoff coverage or return, if you're starting on average, maybe it's not the 35, but if you're starting on average at the 30, 31, 32-yard line, and you can have your opponent starting at the 20, that's going to sway a lot over the course of a game. So I know it's not the sexy answer, new rules, all of that, but the kickoff is back. The kickoff is no longer, all right, I'm going to run to the bathroom, I'm going to go get a snack, whatever. It's going to be a touchback. I'll catch first and 10. This is an important play in this game.
How about the measurements? I didn't like it during
I hate it, Joe. I hate it. It's not quicker, first and foremost. It's not quicker. They got to wait around and do and generate the graphic and all that. It's also not more accurate. Nobody was questioning, okay, one time the guy pulls an index card out of his pocket. Nobody was questioning whether or not the chains were right. It's the same set of chains for both teams. It's about where the ball is spotted. If the ball is spotted incorrectly, the digital measurement is still going to use the incorrect spot. So it's not quicker. It's not more accurate. I'm sorry, call me a traditionalist. I like the drama of the chains coming out. And, you see the refs start to stretch it out, and you're kind of doing the mental math. All right, he's going to pull it down. Are there enough links there? Whatever. You lose the drama of that and the pageantry of that, the old school element of that. Name one thing that it improves, Joe. Name one thing.
It's supposed to be timing, right?
But it doesn't improve that. It's also, by the way, less transparent. Who knows what they're cooking up back there with that graphic?
I was just cooking up cards on a deck that they don't shuffle. So who knows what cards are popping out of that thing?
So let's go through it. It's not quicker. It's not more accurate. It's not more entertaining. It's not more transparent. I'm sure I could think of a fifth thing. I don't know how much time you want to spend on this. Give me the night. I'll think of a fifth thing. Oh, it's brutal. I hope it doesn't make it through the year. I hope it doesn't make it through tonight. And you watch the Collins games, they're still bringing out the chains. Now I yearn for the chains, Joe.
Let me localize this now. This is something I like to do, Alex. When there's stories in other markets, I like to try to bring it back to here.
It's what good radio people do.
But for years, the Patriots were the teams that maybe held the wide receivers. They changed the rules, right?
Yeah.
Brady does it. They changed the rules, right? They just the footballs, right? We got to go back to that, too, if we even have to. But the Chiefs have been the most successful team in football, and you could make a case that the Eagles could become
These
that.
have been the faces of the league for the last 5 years.
But was it because Josh Allen and the Chiefs or the Ravens game, etc., things to that degree, the best teams in the league? That Josh Allen call, I still think they got it right on the field. I do.
I think so, too. And also, this doesn't change anything that happened there. Again, did you get the spot right, yes or no? The first down is where the first down is. The measurement doesn't make the spot any more accurate. And I don't know how they digitize that because it's 2 points. You have to know where the ball is when the ball carrier's knee is down. So you're going to need a lot more technology to track that. It doesn't change any of it, Joe. It's the same thing.
Just to mention, you mentioned the kickoff rules. The Patriots had a really good kickoff team. They had one.
Both sides, return and coverage.
They had one bad coverage, but out of all of them,
yeah.
And then I think it was a nothing game, right? Was that the third game?
They were one of the best special teams units in the preseason, league-wide. So now the question is, how much of that was teams wanting to experiment with the new rules and see what they can and can't get away with and test things out with their personnel versus not wanting to show their hand, right? You don't want to put your ultimate kickoff return play on tape in a meaningless game. So Jeremy Springer was asked about that today, and he kind of said, it's a balance, and the first couple weeks will be crucial to kind of get an idea of where everybody's at. But I am, we'll talk about the Patriots tonight. I'm high on some things, on low on some things. I do think the Patriots might be able to carve out a little advantage on the margins in the kickoff game.
Before we tell everybody about the Brook, do you have any takes on tonight's game? An opening take for how do you think the Cowboys look? Is there without Micah Parsons? What do you think?
Yeah, kind of along those lines that you opened with Dak Prescott. I mean, Micah Parsons gets traded. That's a loud message from ownership and the GM, which in this case is the same person, Jerry Jones. That's a loud message that, hey, we don't think we're going to win a Super Bowl this year. If you really thought you were going to win a Super Bowl, you bring him in. What is the mood like in that room? What has the mood been like on the roster the last week? Are they going to get down and sorry for themselves and come out flat? Or is this do they major league Jerry Jones? right? What they do to the owner in that movie, they
Ooh.
kind of use the owner as the rallying. I don't know that they're going to have the standee in the locker room like they did in Major League, but is it, yeah, screw Jerry, F Jerry, he doesn't think we can do it, we'll show him, we'll go out there, we'll make it happen. I did see a Cowboys writer point out something interesting today on Twitter. I don't have the name in front of me, so I apologize that I can't give direct credit. At least out of the gate, look, obviously you want to have a guy in Micah Parsons. I don't think it was a good idea to make that trade. I don't think they got enough in return, yada, yada, yada. If there's one game where you'd rather have Kenny Clark than Micah Parsons, this might be it. The Eagles are going to try to run the ball right down your throat, and a Pro Bowl defensive tackle is going to help you more in this game than maybe others. And Kenny Clark's a good player. He's not Micah Parsons, but he's a good player. He's not exactly, some people compared it to the Devers trade. They didn't exactly get Jordan Hicks back. So I'm interested to see, do the Cowboys come out down on themselves, or do they come out, fired up, hair across their ass because Jerry disrespected them?
Here's one to look up tonight. Jerry talked about stopping the run without Micah, right?
That's right.
What's Saquon Barkley's rushing total tonight? And I'm wondering if it's worth taking an under on it. So
or take the over because
exactly.
Do you believe in Jerry actually executing the plan?
We'll look up that number during the break here. He's Alex Barth. I'm Joe Murray. Just saw Melissa from Nine Dragons come by. She gave me the, when someone gets a hit and they do the food scoop thing?
That's the Zeke Elliott, right?
She goes, yeah, and I go, yes.
All right. That's what I've been looking forward to that all day, Joe. I got to tell you.
So we'll have to see how that goes. So shout out to them. But again, we are tonight live from the Brook Casino for football's opening night, the ultimate destination for sports betting and world-class sports viewing. There's these little kiosk desks in front of us that people can bet on, and there's TVs in front of them. So it's really cool. We're hanging out right there. There's this video wall.
Massive.
That's 150 feet of high-def action. It runs the entire length of the sports book, the gaming floor. I was there earlier. I was hanging out with some people, and of course, Nine Dragons. They have signature dishes from our go-to spot. Ours, because I know you're a Kowloon guy.
I'm a big Kowloon guy. Did you see me light it when we did the post-game show together a couple weeks ago? Joe walks in and goes, "Hey, I don't even think you said anything. I think I saw the bag with Kowloon on it, and just here we go.
75th anniversary.
I'm locked in now.
I came back from the party, and I said, "Here you go, Alex."
What was it? The
the tangerine
beef. That was.
Oh,
I never had that before. I would have thought to get it. Yeah, didn't know what it says at all.
That was a moan, Tyler. He's used to it. When we do the other ones, he knows we like to get down. All right, we're just over the border, exit 1 off 95 in Seabrook, New Hampshire. It's the Brook Casino, livefreeandplay.com. What is going on with Christian Gonzalez? What does Alex Barth know? And I know that Ben Volen had a little something on that today as well. We're on YouTube. What's up, YouTube fam? You can call in 617-779-0985. Shout out to Matt Stenberg, who's helping us out back there
Big
tonight.
Birds guy, Big Eagles guy.
Big Birds guy.
We got to get his take on the game tonight at some point.
I wonder what he thinks about this thing. We'll take a break. We'll be giving out bets in the first hour as well. I want to know that Saquon over-under. I'm excited about that one. We're giving our takes. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. Alex Barrs here. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
Hey, it's Joe Murray. Tonight we're live from the Brook Casino for football's opening night. The Brook is your ultimate destination for sports betting and world-class sports viewing. Home to New Hampshire's biggest video wall, 150 feet of high. Injury report's been out all week. Christian
first one was yesterday.
Sorry,
yeah.
Christian Gonzalez hasn't been at camp all week, but did not practice yesterday. Efton Chisholm was on there, but he practiced. And then the kid that they got from the Rams, the other corner, I know he's been dealing with a little something as well.
Groin injury, Charles Woods. He was also listed with a concussion yesterday. They took that clarification off, so he may have cleared.
I think he could be the other gunner to Schooler, maybe.
I think there's a chance of that, yeah.
But 2 names added to the list, and these are not good. But this is not good.
Both were limited.
The first name we'll get to is Will Campbell.
Yep. Ankle.
He's playing. He's a tough guy.
He's going
to
play. I'd be very surprised if he didn't play. And again, both were limited, so both practiced. But maybe Roll didn't practice, something like that. I think it would be pretty hard to keep him off the field, but you obviously want him at 100%. It's your big offseason investment, 4th overall pick. Mm-hmm. You don't want him coming into the season already dealing with something.
Let's just say I've done 4 months of Max Crosby, Will Campbell game 1, but I know he doesn't line up on that side. And
you saw the look on my face.
I know. I still think I'd have nightmares. Is all I would say. The other name that's on that list, and maybe it's precautionary. You mentioned that he was limited. Christian Barmore is on the list, and what was the reason why?
Not injury related. So you just said it there. He was getting some maintenance days in the summer. So obviously Christian Barmore missed most of last season, blood clot, medical issue, wasn't able to play, made it back briefly. The issue resurfaced. He's since been cleared. The messaging from him, from the coaching staff, has been that is in the past, at least for now. You knock on wood, obviously, with something like that, but it was not something that they had seen any flare-ups of or anything like that. But despite that, there were still some maintenance days for him. Now, he wasn't alone. They were pretty big on maintenance days this summer. We saw Carlton Davis get some time like that, Morgan Moses, Harold Landry. So it's not out of character, but yeah, with his medical history, you kind of look at that and your attention pops up. You hope it's just a maintenance day, and he's a player that when he was on the field looked very good this summer. So
Vrabel's worked with him independently.
Yeah.
Is that maybe you've seen him? It's a lot of like swim moves and like rip moves.
Hand stuff, hand
exactly.
placement. So,
and I like that Vrabel's doing that with him.
Absolutely.
Because Vrabel wasn't elite. He wasn't elite. I know he wasn't some of those big names that we heard, but he had double-digit sack seasons off.
Yeah.
But just a couple of things on the Barmore thing.
Yep.
It's a health issue, right? Is he just on there for precautionary reasons? We know about his blood clots.
Here's the thing. If you give a guy a maintenance day, you have to put him on the injury report. Like, that's the rule. Now, sometimes it just says rest. Some coaches don't like to do that. So would another coach have... Let me ask you this, Joe. If it had said rest instead of not injury-related, how would you feel?
Fine.
So I wonder if it's that and they just don't want to qualify it as that. He did have those maintenance days in the summer, but it is notable that he's on there.
My feel is that they're protecting themselves of any health-related issue, and they're making it aware on an injury report.
Well, Mike Vrabel, look, if it's a flare-up, it would be the first flare-up of this, and I mean, it would be a pretty wild timing. But outside of individual days here and there, it really wasn't limited in the summer. So if it came back, that was quick. Yeah, I guess that would be my point.
No, it's when you said it to me, I got scared.
No,
I worry about his health. I know you want him on the football field, but like this guy was a high draft pick who's missed an entire season, got an extension. Like he's a big part of their biggest problem, or one of their biggest problems of the many that they had, Alex, was stopping the run. Well, you're going to see Ashton Genty and Raheem Mostert's run all over him in the past.
No, stopping the runs, but I don't know that he's... I don't want to say he's not one of their most important run stoppers. When it comes to them stopping the run, and I'll have this in my game preview tomorrow, he's not the first player my mind goes to. I go to Milton Williams, I go to Kyrus Tonga.
And Spillane will be in there, too.
It's Spillane, but like on the defensive line.
Yeah. Christian Gonzalez is out. It's been almost 40 days.
Yeah, usually when you don't practice Wednesday and Thursday, you don't play.
He's not playing next week.
This does not track like a guy who's playing. I'd be pretty surprised.
And not to get you off, there was reporting on this that I find interesting. And Alex, you hear one side of reporting and you go, huh, where'd that come from? And then another side. So, my thing is, Karen Gregan did mention when it happened, I think we might have had her on the show when it happened, but she just said they don't have an idea. They don't have a timetable. So she was very transparent about it. And, she's tight with Vrabel.
Yeah.
Well, some other people who report that might have agent ties.
The initial report.
Jordan Schultz. Who's reached out to me, by the way, and I've reached out to him to come on and talk about it.
Yeah.
He's busy. But, because it was during the Vrabel stuff.
Yeah.
And so he reached out to me about the report. And then I followed up with him because I was like, hey, what's going on here? He originally posted that they think he'll be fine.
Right.
So what is it? The agent saying he'll be fine, but the team is saying, hey, we don't know about this one. When I think hamstrings, I think Terry Glenn, he sat out that whole Brady's first full season. Sat out that whole, and then when he came back, he was impact player.
Wasn't there some off-the-field stuff
He's
there?
out. Terry Glenn's no longer with us, unfortunately.
Right.
There was a lot. And Parcells called him sheep.
I know that story.
But there's been others. Randy Moss didn't play an entire preseason. Came out week one, broke the record for most touchdowns by a receiver in a season.
Vrabel actually has a history, too, of kind of calling out guys with soft tissue injuries. Yeah. But for me, just kind of a through line here, if we think through a couple things, and I'm going to tie a few different stories from the summer together, I think Vrabel just really, really hates injury discussion in the public and in the media. We have the Stephon Diggs stuff too, right? And there was the assumption at the time that him kind of going at Phil for asking about the injury when Diggs wasn't clear was maybe him being unhappy with Diggs and how Diggs was handling things. But looking back at it, Diggs said the other day he answered that question from Diana Rossini the way he did because the coaching staff has told him not to talk about injuries. Vrabel the other day gets asked about Gonzalez on Wednesday, cuts reporters off, says, guys, I've told you what I'm going to tell you. He's not at practice. Ask me about something else. The rats comment. We got to take care of these rats. That was about when he was asked about Jalen Polk, which was an injury thing. As a former player, I think maybe he's a little more sensitive to what it's like when your personal medical condition is talked about publicly. We know there are players that don't like that. He has been forthcoming on the football side of things. This guy will be out there. This guy won't be out there, that sort of thing. I don't think he likes when injuries are talked about, and you have a case here where I think kind of validates it. Somebody, and I would be surprised if that Schultz thing came from in the building. I think that was maybe an agent or somebody else. Goes, all right, yeah, he'll be good. Don't worry about it. He'll be good. So that gets reported, and now that didn't end up being the case. The initial timeline wasn't correct, which does happen with injuries, especially these soft tissue things. And now it's created a whole bigger story, and it's created all the more talking points. So early observation on the Mike Vrabel era, I think he's very against injury discussions publicly whenever possible. And I think you're seeing why right here with Christian Gonzalez. If we don't get that initial report from Jordan Schultz that he's going to be out for, he'll be back for the start of the season, obviously people are still going to make a big deal about it. He's Christian Gonzalez. He's the best player on the team. Do you think it comes across as alarming as it otherwise would have?
For me, it does because of his contract. The health, forget about it. It's the contract. Does he want to risk it? What's his agent telling him? Look what Sauce Gardner did last year. Still got $100 and something million, right? That's the only reason. It's money. And it's the Crafts, and it's the Patriots. And that's why I'm concerned. Like, trying not to be Talk Show Joe.
Yeah.
If it's his hamstring, I think he'll be back at some point. But, why wasn't he on, designated? Why do they... Because
they don't think he's going to miss 4 weeks.
So he's going to miss 2 weeks, though? And you mean to tell me you think he'll be ready to go next week and play against the Dolphins?
No, you asked me why not designate him on IR. That usually means they don't think he's going to miss the 4 weeks. They had an open spot. They didn't use it.
But right now, the timetable would be week 3, right? You think he's going to play next week?
I don't know.
What would you bet on it?
I seriously don't know. It would be 50-50 for me. I don't think
50-50 no for me.
Doesn't he seem like... I at that position, and there's physical conditioning obviously is a part of it, and he hasn't been on the field in a little over a month, but that's not a position that I look at and I say, well, does he know the playbook? Is he going to be on the same page with everybody? I'm not worried about him in the context of the scheme. The assignment for him, here's your guy, learn his tendencies. That is a position where what you do in the film room, I think, matters a lot more than what you do on the practice field. It's his job to study the other receiver, learn the route tree, learn the offense, things like that. I don't think there's as much of a ramp up for a guy like that as there is at other positions. I don't think he's going to play this week because he hasn't practiced. Most of the time, you don't practice Wednesday, Thursday, you don't play on Sunday. As to how that carries over to the next week, it could go either way.
I'm betting against it. And I will say this, Alex, and I said this earlier in the week. If you're going to miss a game, it would be against the Raiders.
Look, he's their best player. It hurts to miss him. The Raiders do not have a ton of wide receiver talent. And
Amari Cooper
I would rather
today.
He did. I mean, now, I don't know how much they were worried about Amari Cooper. He only signed 10 days ago, Joe. I don't know how much they were worried about Amari
What's up
Cooper.
with that? Receivers not liking being in the Raiders. What's going on with that?
Who else?
Jacoby Myers wanted
So they asked him about it the other day. He said, I requested a trade. They said no. He's still going to play. Clearly, he's not that upset.
What's going on there? Something's going on there.
Quarterback?
Brady doesn't like wide receivers, is what I've learned over the years.
I see where you're going.
We'll get into some Raiders stuff in a little bit.
Real quick, again, on Gonzalez, I'd rather they be cautious. Because the worst case scenario is he comes back early, pops the thing again, and now he misses 6 games.
You know what I would like?
What?
Just maybe we want to keep Christian Gonzalez here for a long time. Just a little bit of a...
No, that would be a reassuring thing to hear. Hey, he's in our long-term plans. We don't want to take unnecessary risks.
Just say
with
it.
him.
Say it. Say it to us, please.
I think that, I see where you're coming from. That would be a good thing to hear.
Well, that's from Nine Dragons coming by.
Oh, look at that.
Thank yous. How are you? Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you. We're live on the air, but you know what? I'm giving you a shout-out. Thank you. We're here all night. Hey, look at this. They're rolling out the red carpet for us, Alex.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
This is fantastic.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'll come up and see you. So, thank you. Oh my God, we're getting fed already. We haven't even hit the headline yet. By the way, what's that Saquon Barkley?
Saquon Barkley. I'm going to give you the yards first. Over 98.5 at 98.5.
Oh,
Brandon there. Over under 98.5, Joe.
Right now? Under. I'm giving that out.
So
under 98.5 yards, Saquon Barkley.
The carries is 19.5. That feels like an over.
Who's the second running back there?
Second. They only have one other Eagle listed for carries, and it's Jalen Hurts, 9.5.
Okay.
Will Shipley.
Hey, Will Shipley,
Clemson legend.
Hey, Matt Stenberg, before we go to break. Matt Stenberg's back. He's an Eagles guy.
Big Eagles guy.
You went to the parade. You were there. I remember because I worked with you that night. What do you think about the Eagles not being on the field when they celebrate the championship tonight?
Kind of like it. Means that they're all business tonight against the Cowboys.
I'm with them.
The ticket machine's right next to where we are. I feel bad for this fellow here. What's your name, sir? Paul, the ticket machine guy. Getting a shout out here. We got. Hey, it's all right, bro. Well, now you got to take the under on Saquon Barkley tonight. Yards, 98.5. Under. 98.5, just like the radio station. All right, well, do you smell that?
Yeah. You got to get this thing to break, Joe.
We got to go to headlines here. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, Patriots are preparing for the Raiders, and the injury report is out. No Christian Gonzalez this week, but Will Campbell added to the injury list. He is dealing with an ankle injury. Christian Barmore also added to the injury list. And, well, that's did not practice.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez did not practice, but Christian Barmore was limited.
Yep.
But it was not injury-related, excuse me. Let me get that correct. Raiders, Amari Cooper. He announced his retirement. He's out. NFL kickoff tonight, Eagles and Cowboys. It's kicking off in just a little bit. And the Red Sox to begin the 6-game road trip in Arizona tomorrow night. Peyton Tolley will get the start. The Red Sox today place Jordan Hicks on the injured list. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off an extra round for oil change at Valvoline and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. Let's eat.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Well, got to shout out Nine Dragons.
Absolutely have to shout out Nine Dragons.
I'm about to video this, Alex, on live, on the air. As well, we're here at the Seabrook. We're here in Seabrook at the Brook Casino. I think we have chicken katsu. I don't know what that is. We have crab rangoons.
Yeah.
Chicken fingers.
Yeah.
These dumplings are absolutely amazing. It has to be one of their new dishes. Because that's what she said. These wings, dude, they're saugus wings, and there's like a different kind of rub. Look at the General Gao chicken, dude.
Looks good.
This is like a tuna. What is that?
Tuna was really like sesame tuna.
And we got a lo mein as well. And we have another bag we haven't even opened yet. So we're here at the Brook Casino. Nine Dragons is here. We're in the DraftKings Sportsbook. We have this gigantic television in front of us, 150 feet, straight across. Bob Williams, shout out. There he is. Bob's our partner behind all this stuff, so he's helped us out today. Tyler's already ready. Tyler Knudson's here, everybody. He's our engineer. But I told him, just put everything on a plate and just do your thing, bro. So it's absolutely outstanding. So the Eagles, let's talk Eagles for a minute here. Eagles and Cowboys. The Cowboys are an interesting roster. CeeDee Lamb got his money. Dak got his money but missed time. They moved on from Cooper Rush, and they've added Joe Milton as a backup quarterback. Do you think they look at him as potentially a future backup or future starter? Cooper Rush was a really good backup, I got to tell you. And I wonder if he can start in the league at some point. But their offensive line has changed. They've had retirements, right? They've had injuries as well. They let Lyle Smith go again. Lyle Collins, go again. I don't know if they have the weapons, right?
Right.
I did like their running back from a year ago, but I think defense will still be their question mark. So in reality, the Eagles are a superior team.
Yeah, and that's reflected. 8.5-point line in a divisional game in week 1 is extreme. Your question about Joe Milton, do they view him as a future starter? They can't get out of that Dak contract for at least 2 years, more realistically 3. So I just don't know how they'd go about that. I think that's just a case of Jerry Jones seeing a guy that was drawing headlines, and there was the quote from him in that documentary. He likes to make headlines. He's into the drama. I think it's probably more that. And then also a team that, Dak's had his injury problems. He's had his injury questions. So you want a higher level backup, which I think Joe Milton is. So I think it's probably a combination of those two things.
So the Cowboys drafted Tyler Booker in the first round this year. They're going with some old timers at running back. Miles Sanders is still in the league.
So I do like Jaden Blue, who they drafted.
Yep.
I think Jaden Blue's a good player. I thought that was a good pick. But yeah, besides him.
And then Javonte Williams, who I've had enough of. He was with the Broncos. I'm done with that guy.
It's sad, the shelf life of a running back in the modern NFL, but it is what it is. And some of these guys have just been in the NFL too long at this point.
What do you think of the George Pickens move?
I liked it. I didn't love it. I think he makes more sense in Dallas than some other places. My big thing with Pickens, people talk about what a great receiver he is because you look at his overall season statistics. Like if you box score watch just for the season, he's an impressive player. He's as streaky gets. There's him and there's Gabe Davis for that title. So, for instance, last year, George Pickens had 900 receiving yards. 400 of those came in 5 games. Like, it's all so clustered. He had 4 games where he failed to break 50 yards, 1 game where he was exactly at 50. So, when you have a CeeDee Lamb on the other side, you have some good tight ends, you have guys that can carry the passing game week in and week out, yeah, adding a guy like George Pickens makes sense because when he pops, your offense is going to be unstoppable, and even when he doesn't, you still have the ability to get by. I'm just not as high on him overall as some other people because he runs so hot and cold.
Who has a better wide receiving core, Cowboys or Patriots?
Oh, the Cowboys.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Patriots aren't anywhere, but I don't know that if you're getting at should the Patriots have added George Pickens as a number one scares me because at least half the games in the season he's going to disappear. And that's not a real number one receiver.
Gotcha. And Tolbert's very good, too.
Tolbert's a solid player, yep.
Ferguson can play.
I think they have one other guy, too.
Trying to think of who else they have.
George Pickens is...
Turpin is the other guy. Turpin and Tolbert. Yeah, those are there.
Turpin is kind of a Pop Douglas type returner, speedy, jitterbug slot receiver. He's a nice little player.
I'm just not buying the Dante Fowler is going to do what Micah Parsons did or any of that. But
Donovan Ezeraku, BC's own.
That's right.
He's the guy now in Dallas.
Yeah, but they, Elam's back there now. Like, hey, the Cowboys are an interesting group. In a way, I feel like that they think they're going to be better without Parsons. I don't see it, but they believe it maybe.
I mean, it's the Rafael Devers trade, right? I think they think they're going to be better long term, not committing that money. To which I say, you have a 32-year-old quarterback whose contract you're not getting out of anytime soon. Really, it's that. You have a 32-year-old quarterback whose contract you're not getting out of anytime soon. You should not be on a 5-year plan. You're wasting that contract now. The next 3 years, as long as he's on that deal, is essentially wasted if you're not trying to gear up with that team. So I don't think they should be on this long-term plan.
What do you think of the Eagles, man? If you just look at their wide receivers, A.J. Brown, we know about him and what he can do. Devontae Smith is a big play receiver. They got Dotson last year, who made a little bit of an impact.
Yeah.
They traded for Mechie this year. And, I just feel like they're going to figure it out with him.
Meanwhile, just real quick on the Eagles receivers, have they actually signed Javon Baker to the practice squad yet?
Oh, I haven't seen it. He's not on the roster.
That was reported, but he's not on the roster. What's going on with that? I haven't seen anything.
But they're loaded. Their line's loaded.
Yeah.
Their defensive line, we know all about it. Jalen Carter's been one of the better players in the league. They drafted that kid Campbell, middle linebacker, in the first round.
Ty Robinson should step in for Milton Williams.
Yeah. And then Cooper DeJean and these guys, they should have bigger years. Reed Blankenship, you name it. Kenyon Mitchell's got another year in. They're young and they're good.
Yeah, they added Andrew Makuba at safety, who I know Matt Stenberg's a big fan of. I was a huge fan of his too during the draft. That kid can play. It's the most complete roster in the league. Jalen Hurts is not a bad quarterback. People throw him in the top 5 discussion. I don't know that he's quite there, but it's a roster elevating quarterback. He's really good, and the pieces around him make him great.
Still think the number's too big. Divisional game. 8.5, dude.
And week 1's always so chaotic. That is a pretty extreme number. Is that one of those somebody knows something I don't know numbers?
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to give out a pick. How's this one?
Give out a pick.
What's the DraftKings over/under right now?
It was 8.5 like an hour ago. I'll pull up the.
All right, I got it right in front of me right now. Again, we're at the DraftKings Sportsbook at the Brook Casino.
8.5.
Seabrook, New Hampshire, and the total is on that. I'm sorry.
47.5.
Over.
That feels, well, I don't know, because look at what happened in college, right? Week 1, these offenses always come out flat. I think for that over to hit, you're going to need a defensive touchdown, which you don't rule out with the Eagles, but I think you probably need a defensive touchdown for that over to hit, no?
I'm in. I'm locking it in.
What are the odds for defensive touchdown?
Well, I'll have to look that up. Why don't we take a quick break? One thing I did want to get in on, and then when the game starts, we'll do some Red Sox stuff because I got a lot of thoughts. Remember the Tom Brady? You're going to go with that guy? Yep. I think we found out who it was. I think
we figured it out.
We'll have that for you coming up next. Alex Bars here. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray.
we didn't sign him.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got to know him through that process, I let his agent know that when he was done playing, that I would like him to be part of our organization, and let him know. And then it was a couple of years later that, he retired.
Mm-hmm.
And so we talked, and it wasn't an easy process, but the National Football League eventually let it happen.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub, the national anthem's being sung. It's kickoff night. We're at the Brook Casinos in Seabrook, New Hampshire. We are eating well. Let me just tell you that right now. And these are all the new signature dishes at Nine Dragons. So the spices. Oh, anyways, that was the sound of the owner, Mark Davis, saying that they wanted to bring Tom Brady in 2020, but the coach and the GM didn't want to bring him in. Was that what he said?
I think so, yeah.
So basically, you're going to stick with that guy, was Derek Carr.
Sounds like it. And that would be the correct response. You're going to stick with Derek Carr over Tom Brady?
And when he finally retired, they wanted to bring him in. And they did. Imagine that. The Raiders, the Tuck Rule game, the first playoff game he was in. I have the ticket to prove it. It's graded by PSA. But that's where he wanted. Like, what do you think all that was about? Brady's now a member and part owner of the Raiders. Like, where did this come from?
Sounds like they started laying the groundwork in 2020, in the spring of 2020 when he was first a free agent. And I that's a question I get, and I've wondered that if he wanted to buy into an NFL franchise, why not New England? Maybe the ball just started rolling sooner in Vegas.
Do you think the coach and GM wanted that in New England at the time?
I feel like it wouldn't have been up to
No, because Brady restructured his deal that final year. And basically, when Brady left in 2019, 2020 was the year that
he would never, but he would not have been able to be a player owner. The league would have never allowed.
Yeah, no, I get that, but if they really wanted it, wouldn't they have made it happen?
Right, but it could have never happened when he was a player.
No, I know, but they could have kept him here. Is my point.
Oh yeah, no, Bill could have kept him here, right?
Yes.
But I don't think that has to do with him being an owner or not.
But he wanted to play there in 2020.
Right.
Or did he want to be there? Does he want to play there or be there?
No, it sounded like he wanted to play there.
Got it. All right.
I think if Brady didn't want to play, he wouldn't have played.
He wanted to play, and he got paid, and he won a championship. And he was good. And now he's part owner of the Raiders. How does that make you all feel? All right, we'll get to the headline here. We'll pause 10 seconds for station ID. We'll get the headlines, and kickoff's just around the corner. So we'll have that for you. And, the Eagles got something going on with their quarterback and head coach. Could it be like another quarterback and head coach that we've talked about? We'll do that coming up here on the other side. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
From the Telter Tire Studios, Anthem and HD1. It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
Bow, bow, bow!
98.5 The Sports Hub.
Around here, we call them the Joe Murray pre-party. It's Felger and Maz afternoons right now. Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are the modern-day Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Just total alignment. Like, you know, I remember Belichick and Brady constantly saying stuff and being like, there's no way you actually think that or feel that way or you operate like that. And it feels the same way. Jalen's just robotic and maniacal and very focused, not out in the public like Tom was when he was playing. And Sirianni, there's no way that he doesn't know. But he says, and you're like, maybe he didn't really know. Like the same way what Coach Belichick would say stuff when he'd be like, there's no way that you think that way. It just feels like their alignment and the way that they're so hyper-focused and blocking out the noise, it's very Belichick-Brady-like.
All right, hour two. Looks like we're about to get the kickoff of the season. Can we bet on the kickoff if it's returned or not? Like for fun?
I mean, do you mean can we find odds?
No, like
or
just
do you
for
want
us,
to?
just us.
Hammer returned.
Okay.
Hammer that it's going to be returned.
All right. I'll go the other way just because, you said to hammer it. I don't believe in hammers or locks. But we'll find out.
I mean, I think it was like 80-something% of kickoffs were returned in the preseason. So
it's a good percentage there. What do you think? Hurts, Sirianni? I mean, listen, Sirianni was about to lose his job. Like, this guy was crying. I wouldn't compare them. I think Mahomes and Reed are probably closer to that, but they're offensive minds. What was Sirianni's background before? Jalen Hurts was a winner, but they built the team around him. He's protected by the offensive line and the great running game and great receivers. Are you ready to go there?
So when you play that quote out a little more, he talks about it in the sense that they're both on the same page and they're saying similar things to the media. And in that sense, sure, they're like Bill and Brady, but a lot of coaches and quarterbacks are like that. In terms of the success that they've had, no, they're not close. They're just not close. Hurts has Sirianni, they both have one. Like they need to win a lot more before you can get to that point. Do they maybe carry themselves similarly? Yes. I think most coaches and quarterbacks try to carry themselves similarly because Bill and Brady are the standard, and everybody's trying to match that standard.
Man, people are saying things, huh? Like they get paid to just go on TV and just say wild things.
I don't know if you're saving the other one from today for another segment, but
let's just do it. What, the Bill Belichick and the recruit? Which one are we talking? The quarterbacks.
Yeah. Was it Ryan Clark? Right?
Ryan Clark got torched by Brady, right?
Couple times, I think.
Just want to make sure.
Couple times, yeah.
And the quote was that he didn't think they were generational talents. Okay, full transparency, I don't think that Brady was like this amazing athlete. Clearly, like he'll tell you he was slow, but his mind, his body, his work ethic, like his determination. Oh, you got it.
Oh, perfect. I was just sending it to you.
Well, let's hear it.
I think there's less than what you think. I think John Elway was a generational talent. I think Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. I don't think Tom Brady, I don't think Drew Brees, I don't think Peyton Manning are generational talents. I think Andrew Luck ended up being a generational talent. I don't think there's a ton of them out there.
But so then what? Then how does one, in your eyes, be a generational talent? Because there's not a lot of difference.
I get it. I agree. I think Mahomes is a spectacular athlete.
So, right, but athletic talent is not all there is to talent.
Yeah, that means Joe Milton would be
Joe Milton is a generational athletic, talent. His athleticism you see once in a generation. But that's not what we're talking about. When you say generational talent, you're talking about the kind of guy that comes along once every 10, 15 years. And the three guys you named there, Brady, Manning, Brees, aren't they like 1, 2, 3 in just about every career quarterback stat?
Yeah, I would think that Peyton Manning was a generational talent. I fully, firmly agree that Peyton Manning, the reason why I will say that Brady was, A, he's the greatest of all time, but B, nobody had the work ethic and stayed on the field as long as he did.
And mentally, the way he understood the game, that's what's generational. Yeah, he's not a generational athlete, but there's a difference there. It's a great example, Joe. Joe Milton, generational athlete. Tyquan Thornton, was he one of the 10 fastest 40s, I think?
What was the guy's name?
Jeff Demps.
Who's the guy who played running? Chris Johnson was an amazing talent.
Chris Johnson was legitimate.
No, but
generational talent.
But I look at Derrick Henry as maybe better. I look at Saquon Barkley.
Derrick Henry's generational.
These guys are generational. Like they are.
Derrick Henry's the definite. You're never going to see in your lifetime a running back like Derrick Henry again. You just won't. And some of that is the way the game's trending. That's Rob Gronkowski playing running back.
There you go. Yeah.
And it's these rare. Andrew Luck, maybe if you want to say before he got hurt, he was generational. Mahomes is a generational talent. It's Brady and Mahomes. Those are your two generational talents at quarterback. Yeah, Manning and Breeze are too, and Mahomes is generational talent. Alongside him is probably Jackson or Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. You're going to get maybe 3 or 4 of those guys in the league tops.
In my opinion, I do think that Mahomes is past Manning.
I think so too. I've said that.
But I just want to make sure that I say that I do think that what Peyton Manning did at the line.
Peyton Manning's a generational talent.
And, it's kind of funny. Like, you talk about being humble. Manning has become humble. Like, he self-deprecates. He does Saturday Night Live stuff. He's commercials everywhere. But I think, he can sit back and say, I won championships with 2 teams. Like, he was good. And we'll see what his little nephew can do at some point.
I think generational gets thrown around way too much.
Way too much.
Every draft you hear, this guy's generational, that guy's generational. No, if they're generational, there's not one in the draft every year. Marvin Harrison Jr. was not, generational. Travis Hunter's generational. Two-way ability. That is a once-in-a-generation kind of talent. Marvin Harrison was like a really good wide receiver prospect, but there's guys maybe not last year, but there's been guys in the draft that are about on that level.
Do you know what I have a problem with is guys? Okay, I watched this thing on Michael Jordan last night, and it was about, hey Michael, who's the top 5 players of all time?
Okay,
and he puts himself in there.
Yeah,
me, Kobe, right? He said that Durant. He thought Durant was generational because of his size. Again, the generational.
And there's something to that
conversation.
How do you stop?
He thinks Wemby's generational. Like, he thinks because of his size and ability and all that. But he was saying not LeBron. LeBron was left out. And he goes, why? And he goes, well, he considers himself the GOAT. And he goes, once you consider yourself the GOAT, you're not the GOAT.
Interesting.
And I was like, again, Michael Jordan, and whatever. And this went into Edelman meeting him and Derek Jeter. I don't know if you know the story at all, but he saw Derek Jeter and Michael Jordan together. And he's like, I gotta say something. So he walked up to Jeter and whatever, and he wanted to talk to Michael, but he wasn't really in the conversation.
Yeah.
Then Jordan walks up to Edelman and goes, hey, I got a lot of money on you. Don't F this up.
Oh, I've heard that one. Yeah.
I know this is about a generational quarterback and comment, but my thing is, Michael Jordan can say those things.
Right.
Ryan Clark, sorry, bro. You got toasted, roasted, and burnt to a crisp by Tom Brady. Out on your take. Because you know why? Although you're a good talking head, you don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Tom Brady sliced and diced you with horrible wide receivers. Sliced, diced, chopped. You asked me, do I want chopsticks or a fork and knife? You got it all by Tom Brady. Wow, I'm really on one right now. Anyways, anything else on that? Oh, let's do it because we're on it. And when they finally kick off, we'll kind of transition into some Red Sox stuff because I think there's some meat on the bone there.
Oh, yeah.
But this Belichick thing, the statue yesterday, the talk, I felt like it was fodder. What I mean by that is, all right, we'll get one too. But when?
Was that maybe an olive branch from Kraft?
Oh.
Kind of putting it out there? No, when you're ready, because he said when Bill's coaching career ends, when you're ready, come back, we'll do this.
You thought that was genuine?
I had that thought. I'm not saying I think that's what it is, but that crossed my mind. Kraft didn't need to say that.
He didn't. I agree. They're still going at it, though. It's like we're still talking about that coach, that owner, fighting over their piece of what their importance was. And isn't Tom Brady every day looking better and better?
Yeah. I mean, he's above it all. He's stayed out of it, and he's the winner.
He retired, stayed out of it, and he's still winning.
Yep.
In the court of public opinion, he had a big one this week. Belichick, it wasn't a good look for him out there this week. We'll see what happens. Hey, by the way, they're playing Charlotte, who's been a nice little up-and-coming team.
They're at Charlotte, right?
Yeah, the line was like 22.
Well, Biff Pogge's not there anymore, so.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is it might be a good week to back the Tar Heels.
Yeah. They have to. Bill has no choice. He got to bounce back in this one. This one in Richmond next week, and then they got Clemson in week 4.
Finally, the no recruits or no scouts to recruit the players. I hope it's not true.
So, I think it's half the truth. Benjamin Albright, who covers the Broncos.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, no, he gets some good stuff. He just put out, he quote tweeted the thing about Bill banning Patriot scouts, and he said Broncos too. I don't know why Bill would have a gripe with the Broncos. I wonder if he's just banning NFL scouts across the board. And in that sense, yes, it would be true that he's banned Patriot scouts, but it's still not a great look if he's banning scouts from all 32 teams. The whole sell of this program he's building at UNC is supposed to be, we are going to fast track you to the NFL. We are going to get you ready to play pro. Doing that and then not having scouts at practice to evaluate the players feels a little counterproductive. But Bill Belichick bans Patriot scouts from practice, and Bill Belichick bans scouts from all 32 NFL teams from practice. That's two different stories. That's not... One's Bill just being quirky and being Bill, and the other is very petty and vindictive.
So much for the pipeline to the NFL.
Look, if you're trying to hype yourself up as this NFL pipeline, you'd think you'd want as many eyes as possible on your players, especially after that game last week.
Who's scoring the first touchdown tonight? I'll give you some of the odds real quick. Anytime score, Saquon's a big one.
Yeah,
minus 185.
Is he even worth betting at this point?
No,
for
the
that?
juice is too high. Javonte Williams, I'm looking at plus 180.
I feel like a season opening tush push would have some poetry to it.
Eagles defensive touchdown.
Yep.
Plus 475.
First touchdown or anytime?
Oh, anytime. Sorry, anytime. Yeah.
I need to go to Stenberg on that. Stenberg, what do you think on that?
I don't know if I'd bank on it.
Mitchell and 475.
Because you never really got to the end zone until the Super Bowl.
Dallas plus 750.
Yeah, the Eagles don't turn the ball over. I don't love that one.
Miles Sanders plus 750 for anytime touchdown.
Miles Sanders.
Dak Prescott plus 800. He could sneak one into there. Oh, wow. Do you hear that crowd, Matt? Holy smokes. Do you hear those boos?
Those are some boos.
That is, wow.
They're ready to go in Philly.
You hear it? It's like shaking the building.
That went from fly, Eagles fly to that real quick. I don't know if Dak gets in the end zone. After the injury, guys are sometimes more timid to run. Are they going to be more careful with him with the quarterback sneaks? I don't love Dak as that pick as much. What about Pickens?
Pickens is on the list plus 240.
First touchdown or anytime?
First, anytime. First TD, Saquon Barkley plus 390. Jalen Hurts 475 on a tush.
Pickens anytime I don't hate.
Plus 8. Yeah, plus 240. You know what? I'm going Dak Prescott anytime. I'm going to do it.
All right.
Small little wage. Small. Very small, anybody who's listening. $13 to win 117.
It's not bad. It's not a bad day at the office.
$13.
Go for it.
All right, let's go to break. We're here all night. We're going to talk to John Serenites in the second hour. We'll get his thoughts. He's from New England Football Journal. There's a bunch of college games. He covers high school, college, and of course the Patriots.
Great offensive line guy.
Oh yeah, we had him in studio the other night, and
was he hitting pass sets?
No, but
he does that sometimes down at Gillette. But Taylor Kyles.
Do you know? I have seen that. But do you know what? I actually had the thought that he's bigger than me. He's older than me.
He is, yeah.
But when I was sitting next to him, I was like, do I look that like he's a monster?
Well, you're 6'3".
I'm 6'3", 370.
I think he's bigger. He's taller than 6'3".
We looked like the natural disasters from wrestling. It was we were tipping the scales. He'd be all over this food, by the way. Shout out to 9 Dragons tonight. So they have a bunch of signature dishes from Kowloon. Well, tonight they gave us like these
we got some
other
other
ones.
Stuff.
These dumplings are incredible. I'm going to post all this stuff. I think there's a chicken katsu over there.
The chicken katsu, good. The tuna, whatever that ahi tuna is, sesame ahi tuna. I moved it over there because it was too close to me. I didn't want to eat it all before you guys did. I would have.
There's rangoons. There's
got some
chicken fingers.
Yeah.
This is lo mein here.
The lo mein's very good.
Man.
Some beef in there.
Hooch is checking in on Barty Barry. He's asking, do they just keep bringing you food? And I said, as long as we keep eating it.
Correct.
Hey, last time you got to go home with some, so that was great.
Right.
Are you staying here tonight, or are you going home?
I'm not. I'm going home. That was the draft. I had it right. Last time we did this was draft night. I think I was up till 3:34 in the morning.
I was thinking of you that night. I had
fun though. I did the
What's up, man? It's people walking by us.
I wrote that night that Travion Henderson and Jared Wilson were players to watch for them to take on day 2.
And look who they. I want to get into the rookies. You wrote an article on that, and you're still producing your 15 things to watch this week as well.
5.
15, 5.
It might feel like 15 the way I'm writing.
Divided by 3, you know? So we're about to get to kickoff. That's going to happen. We'll keep you updated on everything that's happening in the game. We're going to try to talk about some other things. But I have 2 takes on the Red Sox that I want to get into. They're off tonight. They begin a road trip tomorrow. But we're going to talk football, and we got you all night long. We're here. We're going to break up. 8:50, we got in or out. I got to send Stenberg a bunch of my in or outs for tonight. And then we'll do a musings. We'll talk to John Serenites. We're here hanging out. You want to watch the game and listen to us? You can do it on YouTube and listen on 98.5thesportshub.com, or just tell Alexa, hey, Alexa, play 98.5 The Sports Hub. How many people's Alexas turn on?
I was going to say, you just got everybody's Alexas.
I do that on purpose because people get mad.
Smart. But you get them listening to the station.
That's right. All right, we're here. Who are these guys? Boys to Men! Oh, my God!
It's a Philly staple right there.
Boys to Men! Oh, this is great. How do you feel about this, Stenberg?
Love me some Boys to Men.
Were you singing Fly Eagles Fly earlier?
I was not.
He's crying again. Sirianni's crying. Well, everybody can hear me. All right, well, they're doing the national anthem. Let's pay respects. We'll hit a break here. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Hey, it's Joe Murray. Tonight we're live from the Brook Casino from football's opening night. The Brook is your ultimate destination for sports betting and world-class sports viewing. It's home of New Hampshire's biggest video wall, 150 feet of high-def action that runs the So, Alex, the return was returned. The kick was returned.
I think you're going to see that all year.
So we are live. We the food again. I know. I got it, guys. Look, Joe, all you talk about is food all the time. We're gonna do it.
This is worth talking about. I'll tell you. I'm here. I'll tell you that. This is worth talking about.
I've never had these dishes before. I go to Kowloon all the time. I live the stairway to heaven away from Kowloon. Did you know that? I can put the stairway and get home.
Nice.
It's like 7 minutes and 45 seconds. I can get home.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. But the lo mein is fantastic. I just imbibed. It's good. It is very good. I'm full. Tyler just tapped out, I think. Tyler, you caught a shark, huh? You tell us about it?
Yeah, I was down in the vineyard fishing for striper, and a shark came up.
Have you ever caught a shark before?
No, first time.
Did it bite?
It didn't bite me.
Did it have scaly skin?
Yeah. It
So
felt
it was
like
rough?
sandpaper.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's what they say. Yeah, that it's
slimy sandpaper.
How much do you think it weighed?
I'm not too sure. It was like 38 inches, so maybe 10 pounds.
Wow.
Maybe a little more.
Was it tagged or anything? It was a baby, right?
No, it was
Did
just
you know it
small
was a
one.
shark when you started reeling it in? Or?
Yeah, it felt a lot heavier than what I was trying to catch.
But that could be a lot of things. Like
Yeah.
It's not just a shark.
So when you were in the vineyard, were you on the boat or were you actually in the vineyard?
We docked at the vineyard. We took the boat there.
Is it your old man's boat?
Yeah.
He loves that thing.
Yeah, he does.
You ever catch him just washing it on his own? Just
No, he makes me wash it.
There you go.
Hey, you get to use it though, right?
I mean, I can't take it out. I don't think I'd want to take it out by myself.
Well, listen, the one thing about a boat is I love boats, but like the gas and like the maintenance, it's ridiculous. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to have a friend with a boat.
Well, they also have. I can't remember the name of the company. I think they were a sponsor of ours for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Freedom Boat Club.
Yeah, Freedom Boat Club. Yeah, in Falmouth. Yeah.
You pay in however much a month, right? You just sign. All right, I want the boat this time, this day, and
The ocean
gotta
scares
free
me
the
though.
boats.
Do you want to go on a boat by yourself? I watched this video. Some guy
I don't
had
want to go by myself. I'd go with people.
Yes.
I like being out on the boat. I wouldn't go all the way out.
I'd help out. Like I'd put those little pad things so that when you go to the dock, it doesn't damage the boat. I'd help with that. I don't know how to tie one of those things though. Remember when Brody tried learning in Jaws? Hey, I did it, and then all of a sudden Jaws came. Anyways, that's Tyler Knudsen. He caught a shark, and good for you.
Thank you.
I've never caught a shark before. I've never seen a shark. I don't want to ever see a shark.
I've seen a shark. I never caught a shark.
You've seen a shark?
I've seen a shark.
Like in the water?
Yeah. When I was a kid, we went somewhere in the Caribbean. I don't remember where. And
Caribbean shark.
we did. Yeah, it was like one of those where it's really clear, and so you can kind of see everything that's swimming around down there. And there were some rays, there were some fish, and there was a shark hanging around. My dad got into fishing. He's been catching big fish recently.
Mr. Barth, how are you, sir?
He retired, so he's just
I've met
doing all these different hobbies now.
I've met Mr. Barth. Definitely have people checking in on us right now. So I guess something happened that we missed. Was there a spinning incident from Jalen Carter on Dak Prescott? I'm getting a lot of messages about that.
I just saw them walking Jalen Carter off the field. All I saw was the poor kid that tore his ACL on the opening kickoff. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, he spit on Dak Prescott. Now this was it Bill Romanowski?
Yep, Roberto Alomar. Well, he did it to Terrell Owens, right?
Right, but this isn't like the Bill Romanowski one. Like he spits in the guy's face. Like
that was a loogie,
and it lands on the face mask and it goes in his mouth. This is more like, I don't know if you found it yet, Joe. This is more like downwards onto the jersey. Did you see that? But he spit on him. I mean, no way around it. He spit on him.
That was a spit. Now it was a spit on the jersey spit.
Right. So again, it's not to defend it.
Yeah.
It's not. Sometimes you see a guy like spit right in the face. It's not that, but that's a penalty.
That is a penalty.
Oh, Twitter is loving this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Oh, let's go. Cowboys are on the goal line right now, 1st and goal versus the Eagles right now. Dak Prescott leading them in a hurry-up offense. Oh, let's get that Dak Russian touchdown. What do you think,
Jalen Carter got ejected.
No way.
Over under half a snap.
Oh, my God.
1.5 snaps.
No, he should be. You know what, though? Spitting.
No, that's
Dude,
always been
out
ejectable.
on spitting. Out on spitting. You spit on somebody in a game, out. Pass interference.
Looks like.
This is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm telling you right now. I think Dak's on tonight.
I mean, they just gave him reason. You don't want
that
to
is motivation right there.
Jalen Carter came out a little too fired up.
Wow, Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott and then got ejected. Yeah, you're right. And again, you have to understand we're doing the show, so it's we between social media and this giant TV that we have here, 150-footer, by the way, at the DraftKings Sportsbook here at the Brook Casino in Seabrook, New Hampshire. That's stupid.
That is
my God.
A stupid.
If Milton Williams did that on the first play of the game to Geno Smith, touchdown.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Who scored it? Please tell me it was Miles Sanders. No, it was Javonte. Javonte Williams, first score. First score, Cowboys. I wonder how that one's working.
First score of the season.
They ran the ball very well, I have to tell you. They have a rookie right guard, right? Wow, on a pull. Nice play. Can we talk about Schottenheimer? I know I wanted to get into the Red Sox. I'm sorry. Schottenheimer,
when
man.
one guy spits on another guy, it's kind of a big story.
We got to do it.
I can't wait for Maz's Tears next week. Sports spitting incidents.
Sports spitting. Well, Roberto Alomar did one bad.
I don't know if I've seen the Alomar one. Again, Romanowski comes right to mind.
Oh, Romanowski was real. That was a loogie.
Is it?
I interviewed Romanowski about this.
Is there a basketball one, too? Is there a famous basketball one?
I don't know, but I interviewed Romanowski about it, and he just said, hey, he lost his cool.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what else to say about
T.O. probably. Hey, listen, nobody deserves to be spit on. Nobody. And I'm sure T.O. is a very vibrant character. I would use that word. No one deserves to be spit on. Nobody. It's actually one of the biggest forms of disrespect I've ever seen in my
disgusting.
life. The Roberto Alomar one, just so you know, he was in the field, I think it was. He actually spit on an umpire.
That's what. So I'm only finding the one where he spits on the umpire.
Yeah, that one was. Oh boy, that one was not good.
Oh yeah, so that's right in the face.
That was a hatred. Yeah, my again, I'm in a text chain with a lot of guys. This isn't safe for radio. The guys are right in this. Carter spinning. Look at this.
Oh yeah, no, that blew up my. So I only saw. I had a text with some of the Patriots stories. All I saw was what, and then he's gone.
Remember, we thought it was an injury.
Well, no. So somebody did get hurt on the opening kickoff, and then they ran a play. So the Eagles lost 2 players in 2 plays. They lost the guy who blew up his knee and got carted off on the opening kickoff. I'm trying to find his name. It was one of their special teamers. And then Jalen Carter spits on Dak Prescott. All-time loser moment, somebody says.
I'm going to tease that Red Sox thing coming up here on the other side. We'll get a quick look at the headline here. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, well, the NFL season is kicked off. Cowboys, they lead the Eagles 7-0 on a Javonte Williams touchdown. Drama, though. wings.
Some of that, dude. The lo mein, and I'm usually
Just kill
not
it.
a
Just
lo
eat
mein
it.
guy.
Just no. I want.
See, if you guys want some takes, but I'm destroying this whole
Alex,
thing.
You should just put everything in there and eat it all at once. See, would you want?
Well, we still have 2 more hours of the show.
That's
Joe,
true.
If you want me
that is true.
Now, look, whatever's left when we get out of here, when we divvy it up, I'm happy to take because I still got writing I got to do tonight when I get home.
Okay.
But
We have in or out coming up next in the next segment.
I heard Stenberg came up with some of the in or outs.
Yes.
Stenberg's good with in or outs. I'm excited.
I like it. I sent him a bunch. He's got his own. We'll have fun with it. You don't know anything, which is the best part.
I'm not aware of any.
Eagles are on the 3-yard line, threatening. Saquon Barkley stuffed by the run-stuffing defense of the Cowboys.
They do some cool stuff with their run game, man. They had one earlier where they pitched the ball away from the pulling guard. They just, it's awesome what they can do with that line.
Red Sox, real quick.
Yeah.
Take out the Roman Anthony stuff. Just take it out for a second.
I do want to talk about that, though. But take it out.
They win 7 of 8. They get the Pirates.
Yeah.
And then they get Cleveland. And they go 2-3?
Massively disappointing.
I want to leave it at that because...
Well, no, 3-3.
Yeah, well, they lost... yeah, right.
Played 6
game
games,
home. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the holiday.
Yeah.
It didn't click in my head.
Tutty?
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, anytime. There you go.
Plus money. You would have won?
Put that one in?
No, I have Dak plus $800, $13 to win 117.
Oh, those are fun bets, though.
I mean, I could have done it like I feel like it could happen. It could happen. I mean, it would be both quarterbacks to score. That would have been cool.
So sometimes I'll do, and I like to. Sometimes I'll do like if I'm sitting down and watching the game and it's 2. You know those like we'll get those Thursday night games where it's 2 backup quarterbacks. I like to do both defenses to score.
Oh, I love that.
That's a fun one, and it's long money. I've done that a handful of times. I think it's hit once, but again, you can put down half a unit, a quarter unit, still walk away like feeling like you really made some money, and it's a fun thing to root for. Somebody gets an interception, you jump up, go.
Oh, people are saying that we're giving the results before it's happening on the TV.
So
I didn't know that. Aren't we on a delay?
I thought we were on a delay. It's funny. I get accused that all the time on Twitter when I'm covering the games, right? Because we're up there in the press box. I see something. I react to it. But so last year because the reverse happened, my streaming service was so delayed that now it was getting ruined for me by people watching on cable or whatever. I bought like an old school antenna to hook into my TV because it gets basic cable, CBS, Fox, NBC. I can get the Pats game when it's on. And it's almost in real time. I'm not at the game, and I'm still seeing, I'm still right there with the reporters who are there. So if you don't want sporting events spoiled for you, you get an antenna for like $12 on Amazon. And now any game that's on, anytime college football, Fox, CBS, NBC, whatever, ABC, I watch it on the antenna because I'm ahead of Twitter, and nothing gets spoiled.
This isn't the rabbit ears. This is those powered ones that go in the back.
Yeah, it's like a little black. Well, no, there's like a cord, and you got to put it by the window.
Yep.
It's like a little black stand, but it's so worth. It's been so worth the investment. Now, games on like TNT or ESPN, it doesn't help you. But.
Yeah. So disappointing about the Red Sox. They lose Roman Anthony, and last night they punted on the game. They conceded it.
Yeah.
Jordan Hicks, see ya, buddy. IL, they're going to just try to fix him or get rid of him. And just to bring it up, they took him on. A, they liked him. B, they had to take it on to get all the money off the books for Devers. But I'm looking ahead here now. 3 against Arizona, Tolley, Bayo, Giolito. Then you'll get Crochet on 5 days rest, right? No, 6, yeah, he'll have 5 days of rest.
Yeah.
Which he's better at. I don't know if you know the numbers, but on on the 5th day, 3.48 ERA. But when he's 5 days off and pitches next, he's under a 2. When he's anything over 6, he's under a 1. His ERA is incredible with rest. Incredible. But I'm looking ahead. I don't think Arizona. I know they're not great, not easy. And the A's got something to play. Like I know they're young, and I just don't like what's happening because I'm seeing the Yankees ahead, and they're kind of getting back on track again. I thought this weekend was a real letdown.
I thought the whole week. I was at the game. I was at the game Friday night, and totally leaves that game with a lead. In the 5th inning anyway, leaves that game with a lead. The ballpark was buzzing like I hadn't seen it in a long time. And then the bullpen implodes, blows it. You lose 2 or 3 to a team you should beat. Meanwhile, Toronto's playing the Brewers, who are the best team in baseball, so you have a real chance to pick up some ground in the division. Can't do that. I thought the Guardians were a great bounce-back spot. They have that great win on Tuesday night, and it's like, okay, so you slipped up a little bit. Oh, we got to fight.
Fight!
Oh, this is good stuff.
Fight! You know who pointed it out to us? Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler was right. He pointed up.
Ooh, who's that guy? He's got nice hair. Very nice hair on that guy. So the special teams, he's laughing. Oh, the Cowboys love it. The Cowboys got swag this year, huh?
So remember what I said at the top of the show. I think they feel disrespected. They're playing like a team that has been disrespected. 35, Marist Leofau? Yeah, I see his trading card all the time. Okay.
But on the Roman Anthony thing, did you think that the win came out of their sale?
I certainly hope not, but you can't rule it out with this team. And I think what's so tough is you look at their record before he came up, you look at their record after he came up, and he's been one of the best players in baseball since he was called up. He picked this team up. 21-year-old kid picked up the Boston Red Sox and got him going, in large part. And his season doesn't have to be over. Based on the timeline that was initially put out there, he could be back in the playoffs. So now the team needs to pick him up and make sure they're still playing by the time he gets back. But we've seen this team be deflated by less. And so it is absolutely something you worry about.
I got something I want to get into later because there was some sort of at least report today regarding Alex Bregman's future.
I saw that, yeah.
I'm going to be, I said it last night, I'm going to be up Bregman's ass the rest of the year.
I am nervous about that report.
Me too. I'm nervous about him. I think they need him big time for at least this year. All right, we got in or out coming up. I do want to talk about Drake May year 2. And we're going to talk to John Serenites, and we do got to get into some of this Kawhi Leonard stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No-show jobs, baby. Yeah, I'd love one of those. All right, we'll take a quick break. And we're going to do In or Out next with Matt Stenberg and Alex Barth. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on
out. EA would have done a good job. They did a good job with the football game. Yeah, it sucks it wouldn't be able to carry over to NBA 2K, but I just want a better game. Out.
Next.
All right, next up. So, Joe, I think, most of us in the Boston area, we're familiar with Ryan Russillo.
Oh, yeah.
Former name at ESPN. He's had his issues over the past, but he's now been hired by Barstool. In or out on the decision for Ryan Russillo to work at Barstool?
Not a huge Russillo guy, honestly. So, I don't know. I guess in. I think when these guys move around, sometimes it helps. Get new angles on things. I don't really feel strongly about this one way or the other.
So, if anyone knows my background, I came from 1510 The Zone, which was an AM station.
Them, right?
There was a show called The Diehards. It was Ryan Russillo, Todd McShay, John Anik, Kevin Winter, Anthony Pepe was a part of that. They all went on to do pretty well.
Yeah.
They're all doing well. John Anik was my teacher and got me an internship. That's how I got into radio. So the other thing I should mention is Barstool had a show at 1510 but got canceled because they got canceled. It's hard for them to have a TV show on terrestrial
radio.
radio.
On Fox now.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking in like 2006.
Right, years ago. Yeah.
Whatever it was, 5 or 6. So, I wonder if that's where it kind of led to. Like they both kind of met there.
Maybe.
And then full circle, now Barstool's the big dog? I guess ESPN, the Ringer, was pretty big, right?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't exactly coming from his own shop.
And Greeny's probably Barstool Greeny's probably their best basketball guy, but he's a Celtics fan.
Right.
So they probably need a national writer.
They needed another NBA guy.
But again, I'm biased on that one.
All right, next up, the wedding of the summer will probably be happening at some point over the next year.
You think they get hitched this year?
No, not this year. Not this year.
All right.
But the engagement, probably a better word to say, of the summer. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. The band Foreigner has volunteered to play at their wedding. I like Foreigner personally, but they're a very specific genre. In or out on Foreigner possibly being the wedding band at Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's wedding.
Jukebox hero, blah, blah. I'm out. It sounds cool, but like Taylor Swift's going to have Foreigner at her wedding? Out.
We were talking about this. I was on with, I think it was Beadle and McCone the day that the engagement broke. And who plays that wedding? That's not an easy question to answer, but I don't think it's
You got to get a piano, man. You gotta go with like a piano or like
So
a
one
jazz.
of those guys said John Legend.
Okay, was she friends with anybody? Like,
well, but here's the thing: if she's close enough friends with them, does she want them working?
Ooh,
at
that's
her
true.
wedding?
No.
Right. So there's a line there.
Do you think her and Michael Bublé are friends?
Maybe.
If you're a DJ, can you play any of her songs at her wedding? Like, could you play Love Story?
I think you'd have to ask her first.
What song would you want to play that was Taylor Swift's at a wedding?
Oh, what's the one they play at all the weddings?
Would it be Shake It Off?
No, it's one of her first songs.
The
one, Baby Just Say Yes, whatever that song is.
That's Love Story.
Love Story, yeah. They play that at every. That gets played at,
you wanna go.
That gets played at every wedding, yeah.
And that's the one with the video of the girl and the he went here, I went.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, you see, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's a tough. I don't know. I don't. How big's that wedding? And why do I feel like maybe who's the guy who said Master P? Because Travis Kelce's a big make him say on guy. You know, with Master P, you go make him say on na 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 na.
Oh yeah.
no. That's Matt. I don't know. I'm out on Foreigner, but I'll tell you.
How about, isn't she named after James Taylor?
Oh wow. Winter, spring, summer, or fall.
James Taylor could be a low-key cool guy to have play at your wedding.
All you got to do is call. You know what? He would be great. He was awful at Fenway Park, though. Was that a Dak Prescott touchdown?
No. I think it was Williams again.
Wow, the 2-touchdown Javonte Williams is really working right now. Dallas just scored a touchdown. I can tell you the score in Sports of Headlines, but we'll wait on it because we have in or out. 14-7 Dallas right now. Next.
All right, next up, Joe. Here's my one wild card for you. So, in and out, they've now gone up to Washington State, famously West Coast fast food burger chain because they like to keep everything local. Some customers in Washington were waiting 2.5 hours to get their order. Is there any food, or that's not the right question to ask for in or out, but would you wait in or out 2.5 hours to wait for food?
Okay, let me bring something to light. There is a local place on the North Shore called Modern Butcher. They're a great sandwich shop. They're in Danvers. They make great sandwiches, but on Saturdays they do roast beef sandwiches, like the North Shore roast beef. So last week, Big Jim Murray went, and he said he waited an hour and 10 minutes in line, but he said it was worth every second. So I've waited in line to get autographs before. I don't know if I'd wait in line for a restaurant or food. And by the way, when I went to Vegas this year, the first place I went to was In-N-Out Burger. It's fine.
It's fine.
It does nothing for me.
It's just like all these other regional burger places. It's fine. I'm out. I'm impatient when it comes to food. Like, longest I'd wait is maybe an hour.
Yeah, you ever go somewhere an hour, 45 to an hour, and I'm like, ugh.
Well, if it's an hour for the table, but then you got to sit down, then you got to order, and it ends up being longer. So
I'm out. What about you, Matt?
So down south, a lot of places, especially for brunch, they'll have extremely long waits, but they have things for you to do while you're waiting. So like they'll have like an outdoor patio with like games and stuff. So like you might have a 2-hour wait for your table and you're out there playing games. There's an outdoor bar. You're having fun. And then all of a sudden your table's ready and you're like, oh, wait, I actually don't know if I want to go here because I'm having so much fun at this outdoor experience. But waiting that long in like a normal setting out on, but if they have everything set up correctly, I can be in on based on the circumstances.
So when I went to Dallas a couple of years ago, I always rave about this place called Pecan Lodge. It's the best barbecue I've ever had, but there was a line, and when I got up to the line and ordered, they told me they ran out of ribs.
That sucks.
And it was like, I waited in line. The other thing is when I went to Vegas this year, the Caesars, I went to the Bacchanal, I had a reservation, and I had to wait in line to get to the hostess desk. But the second I got up there, they sat me right down. So I did wait 45 minutes to get in a line that was moving. It was just that you had to wait. You have a reservation, but you still had to wait.
Right.
But I will tell you, 12 out of 10. If you ever want to and the thing, know what I'm out on though?
What?
90-minute time limit.
Yeah.
All you can eat brunch. I was like upset because I like to digest my food.
Can eat for more than 90 minutes.
Yeah, not to mention like they had crepes and like, what if I wanted mimosas later or something to that degree?
Right.
But the Bacchanal, if you ever get a chance at Caesars, incredible.
Okay. Good to know.
Thank you. Taking notes?
No, I'm trying to remember where we went when I was in Vegas a couple years ago somewhere, and I think it might have been at Caesars, but I'm not sure if that's where it was.
Oh, Bacchanal's phenomenal. Next.
All right, last one, Joe. The Seahawks, they're hiring undercover law enforcement to wear opposing jerseys at their stadium to combat, fan disruption and all of, the hostility that comes with it. In or out on hiring cops to play the bad guy?
I'm out. You know why? Because my buddy Bird does that already.
But he doesn't wear the opposing team's jersey.
No, he wears just a red polo.
Wears the red polo, yes. I think they wear blue polos sometimes.
Okay. But, I mean, at least he's not in disguise.
Yeah, I don't get why they have to wear the other team's jersey. I don't get what that does. Like, is it to try to draw out the angrier people? I don't really understand. I get wanting to have cops in the stands to make sure things don't get too nuts. I don't get why they have to be wearing the other team's jersey. That part doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, I know the Seahawks are the 12th man, but, like, are they rowdy?
I mean, I think as rowdy as any other NFL crowd.
I don't think they're antagonistic.
Yeah.
Like, they can be rowdy without being antagonistic.
Do the cops get to keep the jerseys?
I don't know if that was in the story. I read the story.
NFL jerseys now, like $180. That's a decent get.
If you were to buy any jersey in the league right now, what would it be?
I haven't been an NFL jersey guy in so long. It's a great question.
What about you, Matt?
Brian Dawkins, number 20.
Oh, we can go all time?
Okay, fine. Yeah, all right, sure.
There wasn't a discrepancy on the question.
Oh, no, I thought he said in the league right now.
I did, but I like this answer.
Oh, okay. All time, I honestly, it's super lazy, like the Bledsoe Flying Elvis. I had one when I was a kid. It obviously doesn't fit me
I have
anymore.
that still, too.
I mean, I had one, but it'd rip if I tried to put it on. I wish I still had one. I got more into like, because obviously I work all the games, so I don't really have a ton of occasions where I can wear a Patriots jersey. I got more into like movie jerseys or college jerseys. I have a Johnny Manziel Hamilton Tiger Cats jersey. That's the Canadian Football League.
Wow.
Yeah. I also got a, what's his name? From the Replacements. Keanu Reeves' character, The Replacements.
Oh, Shane Falco.
I have a Shane Falco jersey.
I had a Bledsoe, Richard Seymour, Ted Johnson.
I have Richard Seymour jersey.
And Gerard Mayo.
So I kept all mine. I can't really wear them anymore, but I kept them. I have the Gerard Mayo, like, red throwback. And I had that, like, the original run of the throwbacks.
Yeah.
That's a great jersey.
And then I had a Gronk t-shirt jersey.
Jersey?
The jersey.
The jersey.
Exactly.
I have a Louis Timac jersey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was with his wife and daughter when I went to the Legends box with Carlton Fisk that night. Flex.
There you go. Look at Joe. Rubbing elbows.
Yeah. All right, Matt. Good job, buddy. How you feeling tonight? 14-7 you're trailing.
Not great. I'm here by myself, though, so I can let off my own steam.
So Matt, let me just understand. I know you were out of town. I know you've been busy. So when you came in today, you just thought we were going to hang out and watch football.
I was not told there was a remote. I was not told that the show was going to be normally 7 to 11. I saw the schedule as something totally different.
And you were in the Slack. I saw you in there.
Well, yeah.
And then you received the email with the rundown of all the segments, right?
Well, I found out once I got here that not only were we not doing the game, I think something that you sent in Slack hinted me to the alternative. Nobody told me anything. All I knew is I was supposed to be here to do the show.
Well, listen, you're here. You did a good job in or out. Alex Barth's here. Tyler's here. We're doing a great job. Everything's going smooth, don't you think?
I think so.
I think so, too.
I think we're rolling.
We're rolling. We're going to talk to John Serenites in the next hour as well. Want to do a little Drake May action? We'll do a little Drake May. We'll hit the headline here. We'll pause 10 seconds for station ID. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
From the Talents Studios, WEEI HD1. It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, the NFL season kicking off tonight with the defending champion Eagles taking on the Cowboys in a divisional matchup. And, man, it's chippy early on in this one. It's a 14-7 lead for Dallas. Two rushing touchdowns from Javonte Williams, who was exiled from Denver, right? Where did
Yeah. Was he somewhere in between? I
feel like he was somewhere else. Like they kind of gave up on him. But he had two touchdowns. The Eagles are threatening, though. There's 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. One big notable news. Jalen Carter, the star player on the second play of the game, spat on Dak Prescott's jersey and was ejected. And so that was big news. Red Sox. Oh, wait. Let me give you a little injury report for the Patriots, which came out today. So no Christian Gonzalez at practice today, but they added 2 other names. Will Campbell, he's dealing with an ankle injury, and Christian Barmore was added, but it said it was not injury related. And the Red Sox, they begin a 6-game road trip in Arizona tomorrow night. Then they'll take on the A's. Peyton Tooley will get the start. Headlines. They are brought to you by our good friends over at Super Service Today, Massachusetts' #1 provider for residential and commercial plumbing, heating, cooling, and drain cleaning. Day or night, always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com. I'm Joe Murray.
Start your day.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Work through your day.
What's that thing we do at the end of the show?
And end your day.
I'm not giving you an opinion. I don't know.
Right here. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Zolak and Bertrand get you through the midday Joe Murray gets you right through the night.
I actually spoke with women today.
On the Sports Hub.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Yeah, I'll figure I'll just do this. I wanted to get into Drake May, but we got John coming up. Do you know what the betting line is for Sunday's game, Patriots-Raiders?
2.5, 3.5?
It's 2.5 now.
Okay.
It opened 3.5.
Yeah.
I think so. Some money came in on the Raiders, and then the Gonzalez news.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2 before kickoff.
And what do they say? Home field advantage is 3 points?
Yes, I wanted to give you this note. Well, yeah, they say it. I look a little too much into this stuff.
Do you get more for a West Coast team coming east?
That trend used to be huge. It's not. Lately, it's they prepare for it now. It's like, but this is the one I wanted to give you. The last 14 NFL teams to play game 1 at home at exactly a 2.5-point favorite. They're 4-10 outright and 4-10 against the spread.
It's not great.
I'm going to tell you right now, like unbiased opinion, the Patriots shouldn't be favored. I know they're at home. They have a lot to prove. Secondary's not healthy right now.
What would you say to that?
Touchdown, Jalen Hurts. Two touchdowns for him too. You would have, Alex. You would have had yourself a nice little day.
Well, if you bet anytime touchdown, you get paid twice if he scores twice. We need to know what his 2 touchdown odds were.
That over's looking good though, huh?
Yeah, I might have been wrong about the over.
I would have set it at a pick'em and let the money flow.
I feel like you rarely see pick'ems anymore. Usually, you get at least half a point.
It's funny. I'm saving this for tomorrow, but there is a team that right now is an underdog against a team that was really bad and made a quarterback change this year.
Okay.
So they're in one of the teams is in the AFC East. Both teams are in the AFC. It's a big market tease that I'm giving this pick out tomorrow, but there is no reason why a team that was horrible last year should be favored against a team that was almost a playoff team.
So it's somebody. I won't spoil
It's
it.
the Dolphins.
I was gonna say, somebody in the Dolphins.
I love
somebody in the Dolphins.
How are the Dolphins up to the underdogs to the Colts? How? Tell me.
Where's that game?
That game's indoors. He dominates indoors. Tua's one of the best players early on in the season, like in the game.
That's
How
weird.
do you fade Tua Tagovailoa early in the season? He owns the Patriots.
Wait,
too.
have you seen that line? The offensive line?
Yes.
It's pretty bad.
Can I give you one more, though? The Colts won 8-1 against the spread in week 1 the last 10 years. And Daniel Jones. Plus, they have the Patriots on deck.
So you think they might look ahead?
I think that's why the line's that.
Oh, okay.
I think the Dolphins...
So the Dolphins are underdogs in that game?
Yes.
Yeah, there's no reason for that.
It's my big one.
It's not a bad play. What's the line?
Plus 1.5.
Okay.
The Dolphins. Oh, I'm ready.
That's a weird one.
I'm giving.
And it's not even like Daniel Jones had that great of a summer where he surged and won the job. Anthony Richardson got hurt. He won it by default.
Maybe Riley Leonard plays.
Riley Leonard's not great.
But you see, I think he's trying to look for a trade now, Anthony Richardson.
I mean, do you blame him?
We talked. I remember speaking to you directly about this, but when Anthony Richardson got drafted, they thought he was a generational talent.
Yeah.
The reality is he played 4 games. And every quarterback without a lot of experience, let's say, even Drake May for that matter, they're struggling. And there's something to these quarterbacks that get experience in college playing nowadays. It's real.
Anthony Richardson had less than 400 pass attempts in college before he got drafted.
I'm not giving up on him. I just think the Colts might. Which I think would be a bad move.
I mean, I think they have, essentially.
Dude, you watched him last year versus the Pats. He was great.
But can he do it consistently?
I don't think so. I don't.
And you got to be able to do it consistently.
Do you know where I think he'd be good?
Where?
And it's not going to happen. Eagles.
Well, this is the thing now. These guys go somewhere It used to be like if you burnt out as a quarterback, you'd keep looking for places where you could compete to start until you either found one or fell out of the league. Now these guys, they go to San Francisco or Minnesota or somewhere one of these quarterback coach gurus are.
How about Geno?
Right, Geno. Geno I think was more the bounce around until you find a spot. But
true.
you look at the guys that have gone to Minnesota, the guys who've gone to San Francisco,
Sam
accept
Darnold.
they're going to be a backup for a year, get the coaching, learn what they need to learn, and then hope you get a chance and you get out on the open market. So the Eagles with Nick Sirianni, Anthony Richardson, if he's going to the Eagles, he needs to know he's not going to start. He's probably not going to play. But is there value in, okay, I'm going to take this year. I'm going to let Sirianni coach me up. I'm going to get some of that attached to my name. And then I go somewhere next year and try to find a place to start.
All right, well, we're going to talk to someone who knows a little something about a little something. His name's John Serenites. He's from New England Football Journal. And he'll join us next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Hey, it's Joe Murray. Tonight we're live from the Brook Casino for football's opening night. The Brook's your ultimate destination for sports betting and a world-class sports viewing venue. Home of New Hampshire's biggest video wall, 150 feet of high-def action. It runs the entire length of their Vegas-style DraftKings sportsbook. Plus, the Brook has an extensive gaming floor. I've been up there already. I was playing a game up there that I didn't even know what I was doing, but I just kept playing. And they got a mix of your favorite table games, blackjack, roulette, and craps. And 9 Dragons. Oh, they fed us well tonight. Katsu.
Fed us very well.
Tuna. Wings. General Gao. Lo mein. Dumplings. Saugus wings. You name it. It's incredible. It's our go-to spot here. And they're just over the border. Exit 1 off 95 in Seabrook, New Hampshire. The Brook Casino. LiveFreeAndPlay.com.
Mice scurrying around in the basement, spiders crawling in the shower, stink bugs creeping on every window. Fall in New England means that pests move in. Unless you call Burgess Pest, my go-to for pest control. Local, fast, almost 100 years of proven results. BurgessPest.com. Built for New England, built to stop pests.
When you're thinking about your next haircut, use your head. Head to any of the 120 Boston and Providence Supercuts salons. Supercuts. Real smart hair.
Contractors and landscapers, tee-hee. It's not tractor magic we're talking about today. It's package magic.
Package magic.
Norfolk Power is all about the package. The wait is over. The package shall be delivered at Norfolk Power.
With package magic.
Magic is in the equipment package.
Gentlemen, how are you this evening?
I'm full. We ate a lot of 9 Dragons.
Cosign.
Just so you know what's in front of me, we have chicken katsu, some sort of seasoned popcorn chicken that's amazing. I want to call them Korean barbecue wings, but like they're like a rub. The dumplings, pork dumplings, are absolutely amazing. Lo mein, General Gown chicken.
I'm a big fan of pork dumplings.
You know, they do it as a dipping sauce, and then crab rangoons, chicken fingers, and then there's a little bag behind us that I don't know what's in.
We got that tuna, too.
And then, yeah, Alex, he's eating some tuna. Real quick, John, can you remember any famous spitting incidents? I mentioned it, I thought it was Charles. It was J.J. Stokes, former Patriot. If you remember him, he got spit by Bill Romanowski. I brought up the Roberto Alomar one, but Jalen Carter spit on the jersey Dak Prescott tonight and was ejected. Your thoughts?
Well, I mean, he's a moron. That's really my only thought. I mean, it's your season opener. You haven't even played a snap yet. I don't care what he said to you. You don't spit on him. You laugh in his face, and then you make him pay for it when you sack him. But to spit on him, it just reinforces that Jalen Carter, despite all his success in the league since he's been in the league, is still wildly immature. And if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, this is concerning behavior. This is what we see from him, where he can be erratic from a personality standpoint. You saw it there. If they lose this game tonight, that Philadelphia fan base is going to lose their minds on him or about him, and rightfully so. It was an idiotic move, and if they lose, he deserves everything that's coming his way because it's as selfish an act as you'll see. Again, you don't even play a snap to start the season, and you pull that crap. That to me just speaks to who he is and why I don't know if I'm the Philadelphia Eagles if I can count on this guy long term.
They moved on from Milton Williams too, but John, you're a coach. You know, high school level, I know kids lose their temper, and sometimes this is the first time these kids actually, you know, maybe
get to hit.
Yeah, and listen, they make mistakes, and they're young and they don't know, but. You know, in high school, you could make it a lesson, right? You don't do that. That's disrespectful. But Jalen Carter, remember, he fell in the draft. He had issues, you know, in college. Like, to see this tonight when, again, they oh, my God. They went, sorry, I'm reacting to a play I just saw. But, like, Jalen Carter, dude, like, you nailed it. This guy, now, is he going to get a long-term deal? Did he get a long-term? I'm actually kind of curious about his contract. He's still on that rookie deal, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And if you go based on tonight, again, why would you, if you're Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, why would you reward this guy long term? And again, look, I don't want to make more of it than it was, but at the same time, it's a pretty heinous act. I'd be very concerned if I were the Philadelphia Eagles brass about locking this dude up long term when he can't control himself like that. I mean, if this is a playoff game, that has huge implications. You've already seen it tonight. Javonte Williams running right in A-gap has 2 touchdowns.
John, you ever have an incident where a player did something like that on one of your teams?
Not a spitting incident, but I had an incident with a player who had a meltdown that had to be removed from the field and whatnot. I've actually had that happen a couple of times. In one instance, I had to have the player completely removed off the premises and brought somewhere else before the game ended. So, you know, I mean, again, I think it's one of those things where it's an emotional game. All sports are. Football is probably more emotional than any of them. But at the end of the day, part of being a good football player, part of being a good teammate and buying into the team culture is not me, but we. You've got to buy into the team concept. When you do stuff like that, it's not about your team, it's about you. And as corny as it may sound, fellas, if it's going to be about you, you're not going to win. I don't care what level of football is. It's got to be about the other 10 guys that you're standing next to. That, again, to me, is as selfish an act as you'll find in terms of an important player doing something stupid and getting bounced.
Focusing on the Patriots now, John. Will Campbell on the injury report with an ankle injury limited. Obviously, we don't know what it is that landed him on the report. Did he roll it in practice? Is it something that's been nagging him? Just big picture, if he's dealing with something, some sort of ankle injury, what does that mean for him this Sunday? If he's going to try to play through it, how does he adjust?
Well, I mean, I think it could potentially be a problem. I mean, Alex, you know better than anybody. You've seen him at practice. I mean, he's had his moments at practice. There have been times when it's looked good, and there have been times, especially in the joint practices, where he struggled. And look, if the Raiders get Max Crosby to his side, if his ankle's bothering him, that's going to be an issue. That's going to alter the way the Patriots pass protect. They're going to have to account. They were going to probably have to help him if Crosby's on that side to begin with. Now it becomes more of a priority in the pass protection plan. It's something worth keeping an eye on because, again, we talk about with Will Campbell, the arm length is a thing. It is something that is something he has to deal with, but that's where his lower half comes in, his hips, his knees, his feet. He's got to be really fundamentally sound with his lower half. If his ankle is bothering him, that could be a problem because he's not going to be able to win with his upper half and his arm length. He may need help in this game on Sunday again, especially if Vegas gets Crosby on him.
What do you think the odds are of that? Like, Crosby's not alone. A lot of these top edge rushers in the league now rush off right tackle. Is it worth it for the Raiders to, okay, they've got a rookie on this side. Now maybe he's hurt. We want you over there. You know, how do you weigh that versus this guy's a stud? Just let him do what he's most comfortable with.
Well, I think that that's part of it. And for the most part, you're going to let him do what he's comfortable with. But if I'm the Raiders, and they know this, if I'm the Raiders, I do flip Crosby over there in certain situations. I do bring slot pressure if Campbell's lined up to the boundary. I do bring slot pressure in two to a side. I challenge the kid. I would challenge him anyway. He's a rookie. I would put that pressure on him in my game plan to begin with. But now you add the added bonus that he's banged up. You better believe I'm going to flip Crosby over there on occasion, depending on down and distance. And you better believe I'm going to bring two from the side to put pressure on him now and to put pressure on that ankle, to be honest with you.
All right, John Serenites joining us here from New England Football Journal. Well, what do you think of that? How about, can you give me a breakdown on the Raiders defensive line? We talk about Max Crosby, right, and what he does, but they got old. Landon Roberts is in the middle. Adam Butler, you remember him? He's in there. Malcolm Kuntz is one of their big guys in the middle. But as much as we talk about maybe some of the warts that the Patriots have, the Raiders have some issues with their defensive line as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think when you look at this Vegas defense, and this is why I think ultimately the Patriots are going to have success offensively, I don't think that this defense is very good, really, at all three levels when you look at them. You mentioned some of the guys up front. I just think at the end of the day, Crosby's going to be the guy you need to account for. It's not going to be Butler. It's not going to be Booker. It's not going to be Jermaine Pratt, who's been in the league for a long time. It's really going to be about Max Crosby because I don't think the rest of that front can impact your protection and give you problems like he can. And even on the back end, you got a lot of guys that have played a lot of football. Eric Stokes, Jeremy Chin. These are guys that are going to start for him. But at the end of the day, this is a very mediocre secondary. So from a matchup standpoint, the Patriots have an ideal matchup here that Drake May can take advantage of in the passing game. And he's got to be patient. He's got to hang in the pocket. He's got to work through his progression. If the protection is sound and he's willing to hang and work through his progression and deliver, Patriots should have a pretty good day at the office offensively on Sunday. Again, this is going to be one of the worst defenses they're going to see all year, in my opinion, outside of Crosby. It's not a talented group. It's a group that the Patriots can exploit and have a big day offensively.
On the other side of the ball, the big question for me for the Patriots is their run defense. They got more athletic defensively this offseason, but they got smaller. And now you have a Raiders team that a lot of signs point to them trying to establish the run and running the ball big time in this matchup, and frankly all season. Milton Williams was mainly a passing down player last year in Philly. Kyrus Tonga, we know he can stop the run, but can he be enough of a pass rusher to be on the field in some more tweener situations and contribute there? How do you feel about how they stack up against the run?
Yeah, Alex, I think you bring up a good point in that if I'm Las Vegas, it's the Ashton Genty show. You're going to line up. You're going to run the football. Now, Geno Smith, look, he came here and won last year as the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. He can win you this football game in the passing game. But one thing we know about Chip Kelly as an offensive coordinator is you're going to get a lot of window dressing. You're going to get a lot of movement, a lot of formation. And he does a lot of that stuff because he wants to establish the running game and create angles and create an advantage in terms of their blocking scheme. So I think the Raiders are going to come out and try to establish Genty in that running game early. And I think they're going to try to attack B-gap, C-gap, get off tackle on these guys, attack Harold Landry, attack Keon White, attack Caleb on Chason, and try to establish a physical presence. Those guys want to get into those sprinter stances, pin their ears back and go. They're going to make them have to get off blocks and defend the running game. So I think the Raiders are going to attempt to establish that running game early, and if they do, that could be problematic for the Patriots defensively, especially if Christian Gonzalez is out, because while the Raiders aren't great on the perimeter at receiver, if you establish that running game now and you can get to that play-action passing game and your drop-back game, you're going to be in pretty good shape offensively, and you have a quarterback in Smith that can execute that part of your game plan. So the Patriots are going to have to do a good job of winning the line of scrimmage defensively on Sunday, because if they can't control the line of scrimmage, or they can't at least reset the line of scrimmage with penetration, this could end up being a shootout.
Yeah, and those safeties too, right? You had a rookie back there, and Hawkins and no Gonzalez. It could be an interesting day if they don't stop the run. I got two things. One for both you guys, but John, earlier we were talking about the Belichick stuff. The game didn't go as well. Maybe he was humbled, but besides that, though, the thought of not having NFL scouts at games, I don't know I don't know the whole story, but I just feel like that's not good for kids. And I know that you work with a lot of kids who go to the next level. Like, what is it like being a coach? And hey, if a kid's interested in North Carolina, what would be your advice?
Well, it's concerning to me. As a coach, it would be concerning to me if they're recruiting one of my players and I have an obligation to that player to steer them in a direction that's best for them. If I see that North Carolina is not allowing Patriot scouts to come to their practice because Belichick has an axe to grind against Robert Kraft, that honestly is concerning to me. I would pause and I would sit down with my player and say, look, it's your decision ultimately, but this is concerning to me. I would let the player know, and I would let him know why it's concerning. The idea that they're not allowing Patriot scouts on campus during practices is just crazy to me. Bill Belichick is forgetting that he's no longer in the NFL. You know, these guys, yeah, they're paying a lot of them, but you still have an obligation to them to help them get to the league. That's why they've chosen your school to come to play for you, especially the guys that came in the portal. So if you're not giving them an opportunity to have one of 32 teams come in and look at them and evaluate them, that's a real problem for me. And I got to be honest with you, if I'm athletic director Bubba Cunningham and the brass at North Carolina, I have a real problem with that if, in fact, this report is true that he's doing it. It's like, dude, let it go. Let it go. It's over. You guys want to trash talk each other in the media, go for it. But don't punish the kids over it by excluding the Patriots from coming to practices. That to me makes zero sense, and it reinforces what I have felt all along about this arrangement. It's about Bill Belichick more than it is about North Carolina.
Can't disagree with that.
Sean, just along the same lines, Benjamin Albright has kind of put out there that the Broncos might not be there too, and there's been some reporting that he's limiting NFL scouts as a whole. Just, I know you kind of talked about you would warn your players about that, but just your reaction to that in the context of Mike Lombardi talking about this being the 33rd NFL team and the big pitch being they are a pipeline to the NFL. Do you think, how much do you think this could hurt kids' draft stocks overall if he's limiting NFL teams entirely? How much of that scouting is done in the in-season practices?
A big part of it is, Alex, you get to know these players at practice. You get to develop a connection with them if you're allowed to talk to them and have access to them. A big part of it. Because here's the thing. When you go back after the season, when you sit down with your scouting department, and everybody sits down during the pre-draft process, and then you start to go through the combine and your pro days and all those parts of the process, when you have those final meetings, that's when the conversation can pivot to, all right, you went on campus, you met with so-and-so, you got to know them. From a character standpoint, is this a kid we want to bring into our organization? That's where it matters. And, yeah, they're going to meet with them at the combine. They're going to meet with them at their pro days. I get all that. But there's a lot that you can take from going to a practice. What are their practice habits like? How are they with their teammates? How do they respond to coaching? Okay, things that you're not necessarily going to see at the combine or pro day workout. So I think it's very important. And this idea, and Lombardi can say whatever he wants. I think it's nonsense. I think it's gibberish. At the end of the day, if you're going to restrict teams from coming in to watch your players during the season, that's a big mistake. And if I'm a kid at North Carolina that has NFL aspirations, it's a major red flag for me. And I honestly would be looking to get out of there if I didn't have access to all 32 teams.
All right, John, I got a question for both of you guys. But, John, what do you got? What's week 2 of high school this week? High school in the area?
Week one. High school kicks off tomorrow night. There's Belmont Waltham playing tonight locally, but it kicks off in earnest in Massachusetts tomorrow night.
Who do you guys got tomorrow?
We're going to be covering Springfield Central, St. John's Prep, LaSalle Academy, BC High. We've got that one. Leominster, St. John's Shrewsbury. We were at the game tonight. We're going to have Bishop Hendrick, North Kingstown down in Rhode Island. So we have a 6-game slate for week 1 in terms of our coverage.
You mentioned the game off the top, St. John's Prep. Their quarterback, right? This is, in terms of Massachusetts quarterback prospects, recruits for college. This kid's the real deal, right?
Yes, he has a lot of upside. Chris Vargas has a lot of upside. 24/7 ranked him a 5-star recruit about a month ago. He would be the first 5-star quarterback in Massachusetts state history. You got to remember one thing, and I said this to Joe when I was in studio last week. It is important to point out that the star rankings haven't actually been around that long, but it's still a big deal nonetheless.
It's still like 15 years, right?
Yeah. So, but here's the thing. He's playing for Brian St. Pierre. Brian played at Boston College, played at St. John's Prep, played at Boston College, played in the NFL. I mean, there are not very many, if any, quarterback coaches and offensive coordinators in the state as good as Brian at developing quarterbacks. I think he's in a really good situation, and I think he's primed to have a big sophomore season.
Yeah, I got some intel from one of his teammates. Told me he actually never played until high school, and he just took off. He played, he just wasn't getting reps.
Right.
Right.
But yeah.
It's a good quarterback matchup because Springfield Central also has a talented signal caller named Jarrett Stain. So there's going to be a lot of college talent on that field tomorrow night.
That's why I love having John on, because we do everything.
Right.
You know, we can like literally talk about, and plus I want to be in the know of who's on the rise and all that stuff. So I wanted to ask you both this question. I did my own little research, so I'm curious. John, you guys are both gonna get this off the top, so you might have to think about it. But Deron Harmon announced his retirement, and I was thinking about the best safeties in Patriots history.
Yeah.
So my question to you guys is, when you write it down and really look at the statistics, how about the statistics and the impact, okay? Is he a top 5 safety?
In Patriots history?
Now let me give you this was the list I had.
Yeah.
I had Lawyer Malloy, Rodney Harrison, Devin McCourty, Patrick Chung. I know that Fred Marion was really good, like when I was younger.
Yeah, so I'd say I'm not old enough to remember like Roland James, Tim Fox. I know those guys are players.
Exactly.
Having heard about them, I don't have a point of comparison
I'm
there.
keeping it to like the last 30 years, okay? Who's that next 5th guy? Now, they've had talented guys. Like Eugene Wilson was pretty good.
Eugene Wilson, Brandon Merriweather.
Brandon Merriweather's a hitter, right? But Deron Harmon was the closer. And he was always the 3rd safety. He was never the 1st or 2nd guy. He was
because he was here, he overlapped with McCourty.
Yeah, and again, tenure and impact, right?
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit of a reach. I was thinking about it, but I do think Patrick Chung's on that list. I think McCourty's on that list. Lawyer Malloy, Rodney Harrison. Am I missing one, or am I wrong? Is it a reach?
I would go with Roland James. I'm 50 years old, so I got to see Roland play, and I actually got to know Roland when I coached at Curry College with Steve Nelson. When you go back and watch him play, man, his range, same thing with Fred Marion, but when you go back and watch Roland play, the things he can do as a 3-level safety, his athleticism, he can match up in the slot. If I had a top 5 list, I would put Roland James ahead of him.
Yeah, and listen, I don't think Deron Harmon. We had this debate earlier when Ryan Clark said that Tom Brady's not a generational talent. I know what he meant, right? Like Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. I get what he means. He's wrong, but I get what I mean. Well, Brady's a generational talent for what he did mentally and physical and work and ethic and all that. But when I think of Deron Harmon, I do think of him as the third safety. And at the end of games, he closed games out. And maybe he is very underappreciated.
I would agree that he's underappreciated. I mean, you're on the right track here.
Again, maybe not top 5. They've had some really skillful guys. I'm just thinking of when it's all said and done, guys who won and made an impact. He was one of them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're talking about the Patriots the last 20 years, obviously he's on the list. And to your point, both of you guys, very underrated, highly underrated. And a guy that they missed at times after he left, those couple of years after he was gone. So I agree with you there. But I think if we're looking at the totality of the Patriots and their existence, I would tend to think Roland James would probably be on that list ahead of a Deron Harmon, at least in my opinion.
Well, you got another article there for you, Alex. There you go.
So I do have some Deron Harmon stats.
Yeah, what do you got there? What do you got there?
So Deron Harmon had 21 interceptions in his career with the Patriots. 13 came in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
6 came inside the 2-minute warning.
Wow.
3, and this is regular season and playoffs. 3 came in the final 10 seconds of the game. All 3 of those were in one-score games. When you look at his career in totality, since 1978, he is tied with Charles Woodson and Brock Marion for the most interceptions in a game inside of 10 seconds. 6th most all-time inside of 2 minutes. He truly is one of the great closers in the history of the sport.
Underrated.
Yep.
All right, John. Anything else going on, bud?
No, that's about it. We got college football on Saturday. We got a big one Saturday night. The Eagles are at Michigan State to take on Sparty and East Lansing.
Yeah.
UConn's got a big one Saturday at Syracuse. UMass will look to bounce back after losing to Temple. They've got Bryant at home on Saturday, so we'll have coverage of that. We've got a bunch of college football to talk about, and, of course, Pats kickoff on Sunday. I mean, what else can you want? Football season is now officially here.
I'll save my Thomas Castellanos. Bill O'Brien doesn't know how to coach quarterbacks take for another day.
Well, let me tell you something, though. I will say this, and I'll leave you with this. But this is the Gus Malzahn factor. This is where the Gus Bus is one of the best offensive coaches in the sport the last 50 years at the collegiate level. You saw what he could do when you take that guy, who, by the way, played for him in Central Florida. Yep. Malzahn recruited him. You take that guy, you put him back in Malzahn's offense, you get what you saw last week. I said it when O'Brien got hired last year. Castellanos was not going to be their quarterback. He wasn't a fit. I was right. They went to Grayson James. Now he's in a system that fits him, and he's doing what he did.
There you go. We touched on it all. John Serenites, New England Football Journal, kicks off tomorrow night and this weekend, high school sports. John, we'll do it again next week. I'll hit you up, and we'll pick a day to do it again.
Sounds good, my friends. Great to hear from you guys. And, Joe, make sure you have another pork dumpling on my behalf, man.
I'm going to dip it in whatever the sauce is. I'm going to dip it real good. Thank you, John. We'll
Great stuff,
talk
John.
again. Thank you, sir. All right, that's John Serenites, everybody. He loves the look at these. You know what I liked about the pork dumplings? What? It was like they put them like in a pan, like oil, and I don't want to say
they're fried. No, they're fried.
But it was kind of like they put them in the pan after, like they
double fry.
Double fry. There you go. All right. Well,
2 layers.
We're approaching halftime. Let's get to the headlines here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, well, 20 seconds left in the first half. Eagles have a 21-17 lead over the Cowboys, but the Cowboys trying to make some noise here. We'll keep you posted if anything happens before the halftime. Patriots injury report today. Christian Gonzalez did not practice. Will Campbell's on the list with an ankle injury. Christian Barmore is on the list, but it is not injury related. And the Red Sox begin a 6-game road trip tomorrow night in Arizona. Peyton Tolley will get the start. Jordan Hicks was injured list. Headlines are brought to you by Eastern Mass. Eastern Mass's leader in drain cleaning and pipelining. Drains by James, day or night. Always done right. Visit drainsbyjames.com. Slow drain, clogged drain. Dumpling brain. Drainsbyjames.com. I'm Joe Murray.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Now at the Brook Casino, an expanded casino gaming floor, a Vegas-style DraftKings sportsbook with a massive 150-foot video wall, and a new restaurant, Nine Dragons, in collaboration with the iconic Kowloon. Just over the border, exit 1 on 95 in Seabrook, New Hampshire. LiveFreeAndPlay.com.
You've got to try the new burgers at the Nines. Bigger, bolder, and beefier. Our half-pound, 100% American Angus beef is sure to please. Try the new bourbon onion burger and get more ang for your buck. You gotta love the Nines.
Hey, it's Hardy. Listen up. Next Day Moldings now open down the Cape.
to Twitter and Instagram regarding her future this season. And if you think about someone who's had a pretty long year and a half or whatever, it's definitely her. But she tweeted out today, I'd hope to share a better update, but I will not be returning to play this season. Spent hours in the gym every day with a singular goal of getting back out there. I'm disappointed. It isn't a big enough word to describe how I'm feeling. I want to thank everyone, blah, blah, blah. This has been incredibly frustrating. But even in the bad, there's good. The way the fans continue to show up and for the fever brought so much joy and important perspective. So proud of how the team. It's time to close out the season and claim our spot in the playoffs. I think she's a generational talent.
She is a generational talent. That is fair.
I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. I think that she's going to put a lot of money in people's pockets. That's the way I'm looking at it. I think she's a great player. Do I think that there were players that were trailblazers and set the tone before her that maybe didn't get recognition? Absolutely, that's real. But unfortunately, people wanted to follow Caitlin Clark and watched her in college and her rivalries with LSU and all that. And I think this is where the game's at now. So my quick takeaway is Caitlin Clark, I think, has tried to do everything she can to be on the basketball court, but she hasn't had a break yet. And I think her young body is just needs to heal. And I'm thinking when she's right, she'll be right for the game. And maybe when she's away for a little while, maybe some other people can, the collective thoughts on her can be changed.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't want to say she doesn't deserve to be in the spotlight as much as she is, because she's tremendously talented. She deserves to be in the spotlight. But I feel like so often it becomes so much more than basketball with her, and she should be recognized for the player she is, and I think that gets away from people at times. So the sport's better with her in it. If she needs some time to get healthy, obviously that's part of being an athlete. You get hurt at times, and hopefully she takes the time she needs. She heals up 100% and comes back, and the game's they're waiting for. Because I know there's some questions, too, Joe, about the future of that league, and there's potentially a lockout looming. So you just hope that when she's ready to go, they're ready for her to go.
All right. Well, just, things happen live, and this is what we do at night.
Yeah.
We just talk about everything and anything. It's halftime. We'll tell you the score in headlines. We'll take a quick break, and then we get the final hour live from the Brook Casino, Seabrook, New Hampshire. Alex Barr's here. Tyler Knudsen's here as well. He caught a shark, everybody, and he told his story earlier. He did give it back.
When you said he caught a shark earlier, I thought that was like a euphemism for something. I thought he maybe got zapped.
Dude, you caught a shark today.
Did he get zapped setting stuff up, or was it some gambling term I wasn't familiar with? I didn't know he caught a literal shark.
Yeah, actually caught a baby shark.
Is it, Joe, if
Did you see the photo?
I did not see the photo. But, Joe, let me ask you this. If I caught a shark was shorthand for something with gambling, what would it be?
Probably you got bit on a line, like a bait line. That's what I call it. For example, like
a rat line.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at that thing.
That would be jump the shark.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of all the same.
Yeah. That sounds like it could be garbage.
He caught a shark tonight.
It sounds like it could be gambling lingo. You should make it.
I like it. Maybe
you should just mix that in. Oh man, do you have anything on the game last night? Yeah, I caught a shark.
Shark bites?
Caught a shark on the under.
Remember those candies? Wait.
Yeah, the blue and white ones.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so we're a little different in age, but we had Matt Stenberg. I'm sorry, we're late.
I know. I just screwed up the whole clock bringing that up. I'm sorry.
No, we can talk gummies for a minute, right? We had fruit by the foot.
I had that. Yeah, I remember that. And fruit roll-ups.
We had the Stealth Bomber. I forget what it was, but it was these candies of like fighter pilots. I don't know.
I don't remember that one.
Now I feel like I have to go look it up. But
we had more like pixie sticks. Yep. The wax bottles with the juice in them.
Like we had teenies is what they called them, but they were those little drinks in a barrel that were 25 cents.
The plastic ones. Yeah, we had those. Yeah. Bottle caps.
Bottle caps rolled.
I like bottle caps.
Did you ever play Snaps growing up?
Maybe.
Anything I could have gotten off the ice cream man as a kid, I had.
Okay.
Comic books, wiffle balls.
Yeah.
No, there was more gummy candies. Why am I blanking on these?
There's gummy worms. There's
no, but I'm talking like when you get it in like your lunchbox.
I never got candy at the
Okay, Street Team Joe has checked in.
Okay.
Even Tyler laughed at that. He goes, shark gummies are so freaking good. Joe, send us some more of those candies when we were kids. Remember, when you go to lunch, right? Remember, like, there was that bag of chips, but there was like 12 in like a little case, and that would be like your bags of lunches for the week.
Oh yeah,
like snack packs. I think they were called.
You get it came in like a cardboard thing, and you just pull out the individual bags of chips. Yeah, my mom used to get the combo pack, so there'd be some Lay's, there'd be some Fritos, there'd be some whatever. Trying to think I didn't like gummies. Like I was more of a bottle caps, sweet tarts, Fun Dip.
Yeah,
like that. I like
Fun Dip, man.
Not crunchy, but what's the word for that? Like tart. That sort of. I wasn't as into the
like
gummies.
Runts.
Runts were good.
The banana was.
What were the ones
awesome.
that turned into gum? Razzlers.
Razzlers.
Those were good. The fake
did you
candy
brought the wax
cigarettes.
bottle candy, right?
Yeah, I like
the
the
little
wax
juice.
bottle
Okay,
candy.
you did mention that. Shark gum. Yeah, the shark gummies were peach rings. I still love. Big League Chew.
Big League Chew's good. Nerds.
Yep. When we played Little League sports, we were all about warheads.
Oh, loved. We used to get that was big at my camp. Was who could handle the the black one, because the green one was the least sour, and we had those in the bowl at the sports hub for a little bit.
Really?
You know what I used to do? I used to put warheads in, put it in like a thing of ginger ale or a thing of Sprite, and it kind of dissolve a little bit. That was good. That was gross. Thinking back on it, that was sugar I was consuming, but that was good back in the day.
When you were a kid, did grandmas always have some sort of candy on them?
Werther's?
Like a Werther's or like a butterscotch? Or that peppermint?
I don't even know what they're called. No, you know the ones that have like the strawberry wrapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my grandmother had.
Well, we used to have these. They were called bullseyes. They were like, the little wax with the cream in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, then all of a sudden, cowtails came to be a thing.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
I know, but I want the bullseye over cowtail.
Isn't it the same thing?
It's not to me.
No, all right.
Not to me. Anyways, I just went off on a tangent about shark gummies.
This is my because I asked about catching a shark.
What other famous shark stuff is there for food? Is there shark nuggets?
Probably somebody.
Like chicken?
There's people that eat shark fin soup. I think is a big thing.
Oh, there was a ice cream that was a shark. I think had the fin.
It sounds familiar.
Anyways.
Yeah, it was one of the ice cream truck ones.
All right. Well, we're going to break. Alex Barr's here. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
McGovern Auto Group and 98.5 The Sports Hub are giving away a brand new Ford F-150. Follow 98.5 The Sports Hub and McGovern Auto Group on Instagram for info on how to qualify to win a 2025 Ford F-150 from McGovern Auto Group and 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Complete rules and details at 98.thesportshub.com.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Hey, it's Maz, and it's that time of year to get your...
We're at the Brook Casino. Everyone said hello to us, and we got fed very well, and people are yelling in the book. So I wonder if people bet that Saquon Barkley over-under of rushing yards of 98.5.
It's right there.
I wonder if this game slows down a little bit. 41 first half points. Dallas has not.
What was total? 50.
It's 48.5.
48.5.
But by the way, 47. Dallas has not stopped the Eagles all night.
No.
I know they're in the game. Like, it's right. They're in the game and they haven't stopped them once. Oh, Landon Dickerson is playing.
No, but this is the Eagles kind of game because they are perfectly fine grinding their way up and down the field, and they're absolutely capable of hitting big plays, but they can get by if they don't need or they don't need them to get by, and they'll keep marching their way up and down the field slowly but surely, and trust that eventually somebody on their defense is going to step up and make a play. It won't be Jalen Carter. You'd love to have that guy in a game like this, but this is exactly the kind of game the Eagles want to play, I think.
May I just remind everybody that we're inside the DraftKings Sportsbook at the Brook. And we are next to the ticket kiosk where people put in bets.
People have been coming over here all night, and like I see it out of my peripheral, and I'm like,
I think this guy's betting on the ponies, though, right?
I think a lot of them have been betting on the ponies.
But like again, this screen, I'm not even like exaggerating.
No, it's huge.
It's 150 feet all around.
I mean, look how big this one is. It continues behind us, which I keep forgetting.
I know, and so there must be some big races going on.
I love seeing the horse names.
But it's cool because they put the perfect. It's like the perfect for us to see.
No, we have a great angle on this football.
But it really is cool here. Like if you want to.
I haven't been here on a college football Saturday, but like just on a college football Saturday.
Well, you know what I think you would do is bring your book bag. You'd probably have your laptop set up. You'd probably.
Do they let you bring?
Yeah, I think so.
In the sports book, I know some places don't.
I mean, Encore I have, but maybe because I know a guy.
You can because when you're working, yeah. But I don't think like.
But okay, you just need your phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but like this little seat is comfortable. The little area. I'm not trying to put them over right now. I'm telling you that this is a really nice little spot.
No, it's a great setup for a sports book.
And here's the deal, like, not comparing different sports books and casinos.
Somebody just won.
Yeah,
something.
someone's big.
I don't think that was the sports book. I think that was the tables.
But they've done a lot of upgrades here. It still feels like the Brook, but it's and there's people playing. You want to play table games? There's people up there. Anyways, I'm putting them over again. Real quick, Alex.
Cowboys just stopped the Eagles.
Oh, they did.
Well, they held them to a field goal.
Ooh, Jake Elliott.
Oh, this is a long one.
Good. Oh, this brings up kicker talk.
57.
Wow.
Drilled it. Wow.
These are two of the best kickers I've seen.
Seriously. I mean, Aubrey's the best in the league. Elliott's up there.
What did you think of that one, Matt Stenberg?
I would say Elliott's best in the league. Do it in the Super Bowl, Aubrey.
Well, he plays for the Cowboys, so he can't play.
I like that one.
That was quite the kick. You sweat that kick at all? Or
that was
no?
a 60 yard. That would have been done by 60.
Yeah,
never once sweated it.
Yeah, I questioned it. I was wondering. No problem at all. Should we? We'll do Alex Bregman on the other side. Mr. Borregales, Mr. Andy Borregales. Yeah. I drafted him on my fantasy team. Know why?
Okay.
Because there's no bye week for 14 weeks. And if he stinks, I cut him.
Lock him in, yeah.
But if he's good, I lock him in. Kicker from Miami in New England. How do you think that's going to work out?
I don't know. I loved his approach when he was asked about it. A lot of guys downplay it and say kicking's kicking. I'm not worried about it. But he said, like, I know it's a thing. I know people will question it. I'm confident I'll be able to handle it. So I don't like the guys that downplay it. I don't like the guys that say it doesn't make a difference, because it does make a difference. And you can't practice it. I don't know, do you clear out one of the walk-in freezers there at Gillette and put a ball down and have him kick it? Somebody somewhere is eventually going to invent, the Saints did that with their quarterbacks last year before they went up to Green Bay. They put them all in the walk-in freezer and had them doing, walkthroughs and going through checks and stuff. Somebody's going to invent at some point a cold room where you can get all 11 guys in there and do it. You need essentially a frozen golf simulator.
Why does Elliot Wolf want to be involved in drafting kickers?
What do you mean by that?
He's been involved in 3 out of 5. 3 kickers, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I guess he was here for... Some people would say draft kickers because it's cheaper. You don't... I don't think he planned to draft a bunch of kickers. You draft a kicker, you plan on him being your kicker for the long term.
Well, one, had to get cut.
That one was, they did not do enough research.
The other, they didn't give enough time to.
I don't know that I think he needed a change of scenery.
He's been good.
He has
Chad
been
Riley.
good, but I think it's such a mental position. I think changing teams probably helped him. It lessened the pressure a little bit. I wonder where he was at mentally at the end here with some of those misses, but
I think he's been pretty good.
No, he has been good. Look, he was second kicker taken in that draft for a reason. But you don't realize, like, you miss a couple kicks and how much that can impact a guy and how much that can weigh on a guy. It can be, once you get into that spiral, it can be tough to get out of it. And it might take something big like changing teams to get out of it. That's not to defend them. Like, you draft on a kicker, you should hit.
Folk was great. He really
Folk was great.
But they had Quinn Nordine, if you remember him.
The Joe Milton of kicking.
That could be a funny little, like, article.
The Joe Milton of
or just like, the, like, there's got to be one at wide receiver, right? Like
Nick Harbor.
There you go. There's another one.
Just players with freaky athletic traits who don't have the technique or the skill set at that
could
level.
be cool, like a little maybe a holiday one.
I mean, a holiday one.
Like a holiday article.
Oh, maybe.
When you write articles, are you like, yeah, I'll put this one on, or do you just do it?
I usually, like, some stuff I try to tailor around a certain time. Most of it is just, it's written, it's done. Like, when I do the draft, I have a whole calendar, like 2 months ahead. I plan out everything that's going out on a certain day, and I know my mock drafts are on Mondays. Positional values are Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know the order, but, like, sometimes it's just, all right, I have a thought, I'll write it. What I will do is usually, if it's a big thing, right, immediate news you put out, but the thing I wrote about the rookies, which you can find on 985thesportshub.com, the importance of the Patriots rookie class. I have like a big picture thought thing that I'm writing. If I don't get it done by noon, usually that's something that, like, I want to start the day with. I want that to be something that people wake up to. So it's, all right, I finished writing it, and I'm going to set it to go out tomorrow morning. I don't really hold stuff past the day unless, again, it's the draft stuff and I'm on a schedule.
Skaz and I have stuff that we're going to use holiday weeks already. We're working on a best of already.
So I have one I've been meaning to do that I haven't gotten to. Maybe you guys want to do it. I can help. Rank the best to worst sports months.
Okay.
And really, it's March and October at the top, battle for the top, and then the bottom it's like February versus August.
I have a take, but I want to save it for a day when we really do it.
All right.
You know what's a sneaky good month?
What?
July.
I don't know that it's sneaky. I love July.
That hot dog eating contest?
Love the hot dog eating.
That thing is bet on.
Oh, yeah. I bet on it. That's one of the few things I regularly bet on and make a point of betting on.
Well, I just need another 3 points or more, and we're golden. For
the way these kickers are going, you're in good shape.
All right, Alex Bregman. You guys know him? Makes $40 million a year. He's like this great player, I heard. You heard about him? Pretty good, I heard. Seen it of late? Because I haven't. And now there's talks about opting out. Where did this come from? We'll get into that coming up on the other side. Alex Barr's here. I'm Joe Murray. It's the NFL kickoff party. Eagles and Cowboys. We got ourselves a game here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
The Sports Hub. Ooh, we got ourselves a personal foul penalty in the game. What happened there? Oh, yeah, that was a penalty.
Yeah.
And Mr. Blankenship is not happy about it. Who's 3?
It's George Pickens. That is a very George Pickens play.
Welcome to the rivalry, George Pickens. He's big, huh?
Yeah.
We got ourselves a game, folks. Alex just said this. Hey, man, I'm having fun tonight. This is fun. This is good.
Football's
Back and forth. You know, we got ourselves who would have thought we had ourselves a little bit of a heavyweight bout? And by the way, the Eagles are doing everything possible to continue to be who they are. It's just that the Cowboys are hanging in there.
They've missed Jalen Carter bad tonight.
Absolutely. And by the way, the big run they just had. Oh, what a throw. Good throw.
Great coverage.
If he lofted it just a little bit more, and that might be the Dak Prescott maybe just being a little bit, I don't want to use the word rusty, but he even knows it too.
Yeah.
A little bit. It was great coverage. You're right. No. It was a playable touchdown ball. Braun just...
But yeah, he's lucky to get called for PI.
I know,
he never turned
did
around.
Did he ever look back?
No.
Hey, so you can't review these, right? Anymore?
No.
Okay.
That's borderline face guarding.
I'm kind of hard on Dak on that one because I think if he lofts it a little bit more, it's a tight, honest.
Or he at least gets PI.
Yeah. Anyways, game's interesting. This is fun. I've had fun tonight. The only thing we have is there's no. Imagine having good, clean fun. Chinese food and waters in Celsius.
You mix it
Tyler's even laughing at that. Like we're at a casino. And we're having good, clean fun.
Well, that reminds me, first time I went to Vegas, I couldn't bet.
Ooh, would you go first time?
It was when I went a couple years ago to cover the Shrine Bowl.
That's cool. The first time I went to Vegas, and it was debauchery.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't remember. It's kind of like one of the... I did meet Rod Woodson in line. Touchdown!
Like the safety?
No, he dropped it.
Flags.
He's done. Whoever took that hit's crushed. He's getting right up,
He's
though.
getting up.
Yeah, he got up, but wait till he gets to the sideline.
Spotter going to come get him?
Hey, that'd be a good little podcast.
Oh, yeah. The ref's getting... Oh, no, wait.
Oh.
The ref, she's going up to Blankenship.
That's going to be a fine. I got to see it one more time. I thought it was a touchdown. Personal foul. Yeah, it was right in... Oh, no, Ferguson dropped it. I think he heard the footsteps. Shoulder, though.
Does he get him in the head? Oh, yeah.
All right, Stenberg, come on. You're unbiased, right? You're biased. Eagles take. What do you think of that one?
Hit to the shoulder. Let's go.
He's fine mixing in water.
Rub some dirt on it. You're an NFL player.
Hey, Ferguson
he did get
up.
back up. He said that's exactly what he did. Stenberg is still in the game.
So earlier, Stenberg, and again, I just know it's the funniest thing is I'm the king of teasing things, never getting to them.
Yeah, what's going on with Alex Bergman?
Don't worry about it. Earlier, Stenberg goes, Joe, you put an in or out on divisional, games to start the year. This is good. Oh no!
Sorry. Oh, is that a turnover? Reed Blankenship redemption?
Ball.
Ball. Oh yeah, should he yell ball? I'll do that sometimes when I'm watching the game, especially if I'm with friends. I should do that on the air.
That's a fumble.
Couldn't have happened to a better guy, Miles Sanders.
He had a big run though, huh? See, this is the Eagles' way, right? This is what the Eagles do.
That's how they won the Super Bowl in 2017.
And listen, whatever happened on that drive, whether they give up a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, Dallas is still putting the pressure on them, right? Wow, look at this little pose. You see, they just did a tush push for the camera.
Little defense tush push Selly.
Oh my God, that's going viral.
Big time. No, but Joe, to your point, this is what I said earlier, Stenberg, to your point. They will nickel and dime their way up the field. They have no problem being patient and not hitting big plays because they know they can go punch for punch, and eventually their defense is going to make the play that your defense can't. And that's what just happened.
Let's localize this now.
Okay.
Mike Vrabel talked about beating up on teams that play bad football.
Yeah.
That's bad football. fumbling around in the goal line on the red zone.
So not only were the Patriots one of the worst teams at forcing turnovers last year, among the fewest turnovers forced, which has to be better this year, and I think will be. Percentage-wise, they were also one of the worst teams at scoring on drives following turnovers. Those are two areas they have to be significantly better. Like, if the Eagles come back and score here, that turnover's the game. Now it's a 2-score game late in the third. The Cowboys are playing uphill against a team built to play from ahead. Like, that can be the pivotal moment in this game. When you take advantage of bad football, it changes everything.
Another thing, there was a personal foul penalty as well that drive, which I think Miles Sanders had a big run, got stopped. There was the penalty. They made another big play. They got the personal foul. There was a lot there.
Yeah.
Dallas should have. That's you're right. Could be the turning point of the game right here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they called up some sort of deep ball here. When they got Dotson earlier, who, by the way, man, talk about going there and what they could do.
Reinvented his career.
We haven't heard. You know who's the greatest little hitch, catch, and go guy is Devontae. Man, he is just so good at it. But I think there's a deep ball coming in this drive.
Well, meanwhile, so I know in the first half, A.J. Brown didn't have any targets. I don't know if he's gotten one here in the third. I haven't been watching that closely.
Is he reading his book?
I don't know if he's reading his book. He has no targets. Goddard is 6. Barkley is 3. Dotson is 2. Smith has 2. Kylan Granson is 1. That's it. They're really just throwing to Goddard.
What's the rushing yards right now for Saquon?
61. That's going over. That might go over on this drive, frankly.
Sound like Krusty the Clown right there. Oh, it looks like there's rain coming in. Did you see this on the weather forecast? The Doppler.
That's only going to up that Barkley number.
The Doppler. Oh, would you take the over? Is that what you had? Oh, wow. So I took the under and you took the over? What the hell is that?
I took it way earlier.
All right.
Maybe that's what catching a shark is. Caught a shark. You see your buddy bet something, you bet the opposite, you win, you caught a shark.
You caught the shark.
Yeah.
Tyler's hedging his bets.
That's right.
He's hedging Joe's bets.
Or he's fading me is what I like to call it. All right. Alex Bregman, there's a report today that he's going to opt out. Where is this coming from today? And may I mention that he sucks lately. He's hitting 100, dude, in his last 36 at-bats, 40 at-bats. Do I think he made an impact to the team? Yes. Do I think that they moved on from Devers because of him? Yes. Do I think that they orchestrated Devers getting out of there because of Cora's involvement with Bregman? Yes. Yes. He ain't worth $40 million. But to the Red Sox, is he? And I will tell you this. Don't you feel like looking at this team now with Roman and these young guys? I know he's a veteran. They really needed him in there. Alex, I hope he opts out. I don't know if they can afford. I shouldn't say afford it. I don't know if he's a $40 million player for this team anymore. I like him, right? So I'm challenging him to put the team on his back and prove it. He's already proven it. He's already been a proven player. What I mean by it is they need him now.
No, they absolutely do with that Roman Anthony. What was the time span you had that he was hitting 100?
The last 30 or 40 games. I start from Brian Barrett of The Ringer. I'll get it for you. He's my stat extraordinaire.
So I have it here. Over the last month, he's hitting 252. So maybe he was bad before that, but no, they've had 2 legit hitters throughout this run they've gone on the last few months. It's him and Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony's not here anymore. He needs to step up. You kind of always figured he would opt out, given the way that contract is structured. What I don't want to see, Joe, and look, I think they should keep him. I think they should keep him because, look, this is how these baseball contracts work. You're going to get value the first 2 years, and you're going to eat it the last 3. The player's going to be done. But they should bring him back, and I don't want that. I don't want to hear that's what the Devers trade was, and that's why we saved the money to bring back Bregman. You already had him. You got to bring him back and add.
Just real quick, since 825, the last 10 games, he has a 261 OPS. It's last in Major League Baseball. OPS. Last. I know he's dealing with the quad. Not good. They need more from him. All right. We have to take a break because there has been a halt to the football game. So why don't we tell you what that is in our final Sports Hub headline of the night right now.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, midway through, or there are 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, Eagles have a 24-20 lead over Dallas. The game is now in a weather delay. Way, this is a great spot to watch the game. It's funny, there's a delay right now, and all the people kind of went to the... So this is great for the sports books because everyone's now just going to play poker or blackjack or whatever it is. So it's great for them. Everyone's just going to do that while they wait for this game to get over. All right. Real quick. Not football related. We'll let you get the final word before we leave, Alex, about the Patriots and the Raiders this week. I love boxing. I want to let everyone know, when I first got into radio, I used to produce a boxing show. I was more of a board op. I was there, But the show used to have Burt Randolph Sugar all the time. He was the guy with the cigar and the hat. You probably saw him in a lot of documentaries or in movies or whatever. And he used to always tell me, like, Mike Tyson wasn't a great fighter. People feared him, but he was so dominant at a time that he was kind of fed opponents.
Yeah.
So they kind of like built a machine. Do you know what I mean? They built Mike Tyson to who he was. I think when it's all said and done, he had a dominant run, and I think he'll go up there as one of the best heavyweight champions. But he's also one of the biggest disappointments as well. But he went to jail. He had some off-field stuff, and then he's kind of rejuvenated his career, rehabilitated himself. He had the issue with his daughter that passed, and a year ago he had the fight with
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, and was it a farce?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. No, not maybe. Yes.
Yeah, it was. I give him credit for hanging in there. I was worried about his age and that kind of beating. Like, come on, man. Like, let's just say you get into an argument. You don't fight a 60-year-old guy, right? Guy, you know what I mean? It's just... Well, I hated the Manny Pacquiao-Floyd Mayweather fight. I hated it. It was a great night that day, by the way. If you ever look back on it, there was 4 Game 7s, 2 in the NBA, 2 in the NHL. Paul Pierce hit that big 3, if you remember, too, for Washington at the time.
Yep.
I think the Spurs had a big Game 7. Kawhi Leonard, maybe. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. But anyways, that night, I was tipped off to Manny Pacquiao having a shoulder injury. It wasn't announced. I got tipped off on it because the line was moving. Like, oh, what's going on here? He wasn't healthy to fight, but he had a huge payday. I'm talking $40, $50 million after it was all said and done.
Right.
Mayweather was going to make like $100 million or whatever it is. But he fought, and it was a sham. He couldn't fight. They kept it going, and in Manny Pacquiao's defense, he needed to get paid, right? So I don't blame him. I don't. That's the type of sport where sometimes you do things for, maybe for different reasons. You're fighting for different reasons. But when it's reported tonight, because I saw it. Someone sent it to me. I thought it was bogus.
I thought it was a joke when I first saw it.
Tell people what you saw.
Mike Tyson is going to do another one of these fights against, well, I guess we kind of gave it away the way we were talking about it, Floyd Mayweather. Spring 2026. No exact date yet. Both fighters have signed contracts. It is an exhibition fight, so we'll not count against their career records.
Where are we watching it? Thanks, buddy. How you doing, man?
It does not say.
Let's assume. Netflix again?
Probably.
They had that
Mike
big
Tyson
issue, right?
And Mayweather Promotions, yeah. I would think that's a Netflix
Okay,
thing.
Netflix. So there's no buys. How are they
I
going?
wouldn't put it past Netflix to start, put it behind a buy on there.
Who would sanction that?
It's an exhibition fight, so I don't think anybody has to, right?
Oh, still a 60-year-old. How old is Mike Tyson? He's got to be 60, right?
Mid-60s, I think. I actually don't know how that works, Joe. I'm legitimately asking. It's not sanctioned.
If it's exhibition,
means
maybe it's not sanctioned. But
Mike Tyson is 59. He turns 60 in June.
He'll be 60 when that happens.
So he'll be maybe spring 2026. It doesn't say where either.
I'm out.
I'm so out. I'm so unbelievably out.
I don't.
I'm going to watch it. I hate myself for the fact that I'm going to watch it.
I hate Floyd Mayweather. You know why? I hate him because I think he's the greatest defensive boxer of all time. There is nobody, you want to talk about generational? There was no one who fought defensively And listen, we don't need the old timers calling up about Rocky Marciano and all these guys, because it happens. It happens. Floyd Mayweather was the greatest defensive boxer of all time. He's a great champion, but I think really what people will look at back at, everything was for the money. He was great. He was great. But has he been great in the last 10 years?
He never really fought any of the top boxers of his era until they were older and past their prime.
Yeah, and Canelo's probably the top now, but what was he then? You know what I mean?
And how long did it take him to fight Canelo? I think they were well into their 30s by the time they fought.
Yeah, and Canelo Alvarez is the best fighter right now.
And did he ever fight, maybe I have my weight class?
Yeah, because it was Canelo and Triple G
I was going to say, did he ever?
6-7 years ago?
I loved watching Golovkin. That guy is violent. But did he ever fight Golovkin?
I can't remember if Mayweather did. And I know we're doing this off top of our heads right now.
All right, so when Mayweather fought Canelo was 23. So, okay, he fought Canelo at a real time.
But it wasn't... I just... Maybe that's his last real fight then. What year was that?
That would be 2013.
Wow. So, yeah, since then, Mayweather's done nothing but collect checks.
So he fought Canelo. Then he fought... How old was Maidana at that point? Marcos Maidana. Fought him again. Then he fought Pacquiao in that thing. Andre Berto, I think, was really old when he fought him, right? And then the thing with McGregor. Which was a hose.
That
was a farce.
I had the under. I won. Did I ever tell you this?
No.
I had the under 5.5 rounds, or whatever it was, 6.5. They stopped the fight before the midway. Do you know that's how boxing goes on bets? You have to. I thought I won because if it's 6.5, it gets into the 7th round. Yeah. You don't win. It has to go halfway through the 7th round.
I actually didn't know that. The half matters there.
The fight got stopped before it.
He's never fought Triple G.
Yeah, that's not happening now.
Triple G's fought Alvarez. He lost to him twice.
Yep. I was at Foxwoods for one of them. It was crazy. Anyways, we've talked about so many things that aren't we really haven't dug into the game.
Patriots.
I don't know if people are going to mention this one tomorrow, or Caitlin Clark, or what else did we do tonight? I don't know.
They'll mention Jalen Carter spitting. That'll probably be a talker tomorrow.
Wonder if Romanowski does anything. We used to have him on a weekly.
He's pretty good with that stuff.
Yeah, no, we had him on a weekly years ago when we were at 1510, and he was insightful. He definitely these guys deal with things that we just don't.
No,
we don't know about.
I think because he does some acting too. He was in Blue Mountain State.
Yeah.
And I think he's a guy that understands how to capitalize on his brand.
He also was trying to try different things that weren't illegal. He's very vocal about that. I think he was read the books. Read the books. All right, Alex Barr is going to get the final word. He'll get us posted. He's got a big article coming up. 5 things, not 15. 5 things to look forward to this week. And can we get you have already given your prediction, or are you waiting?
I actually have not. Nobody's asked me for a score yet.
Would you like me to ask you?
Go ahead.
Ask me! That's from Half Baked, if you ever seen it.
I'm going to go...
No, I'll ask you.
After the break.
That's a piece right there. Yeah. All right, final. How about this? We're going home after this. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Join the Sports Hub and Profit X postgame from 4 to 6 this Sunday at Splitsville for your chance to score tickets, merch, and to celebrate a new season. Profit X, the #1 sports prediction market with 20% better odds than any traditional sports book. Use code 985 at sign up to earn $200 over your first 30 days after your first purchase. Full terms and conditions at profit.co. Your gear isn't just your equipment, it's part of your game. At Monkey Sports Superstore in Norwood, they'll help you find the best fit for your sport, style, and level of play. Need sharpening, restringing, or adjusting? They got you. Go talk to their experts and leave with the gear you trust. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
The question always comes up, where to take your vehicle for reliable and trustworthy service, whether it's repair or just maintenance. I know just the place. Meineke Car Care is your one-stop shop for total car care. They handle engines, brakes, oil, tires, and yeah, they do mufflers too. Each Meineke is independently owned and operated. That's why I trust them to handle the maintenance of my personal vehicle. Meineke prides itself on providing exceptional customer service. Go to Meineke.com for the location near you and schedule an appointment today. Trust your key with Meineke, doing car care right.
Erectile dysfunction affects nearly 50% of men over age 50. But even with so many men affected, finding a trusted provider to treat the condition isn't so simple. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice, and I'm excited to announce the opening of our newest location of Northeast Men's Health in Warwick, Rhode Island. As a Promedic affiliate, Northeast Men's Health can offer men with ED the latest treatment protocols, which are shown in medical studies to be effective in well over 90% of men. And unlike groups that only offer wave therapy or online pharmacies that just sell pills, we offer a variety of treatments to help get you the results you want. You should also know that Northeast Men's Health is a true medical practice, which means our providers have access to a complete range of treatment options to get you back on track. So call Northeast Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000. That's 617-793-5000. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com.
All right, lottery alert here. Powerball's now over $1 billion. I will say it again, $1 billion. What are you waiting for? Start ordering your lottery tickets with the safe and easy-to-use Jackpocket app, where you can order lottery tickets right on your smartphone. Jackpocket lets you easily order Powerball tickets with just a few quick clicks. New customers opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Use code JPHUB on Jackpocket. That's promo code JPHUB. Don't wait. Download the app and order.
I'll let Alex get the final word in a minute here. Just want to thank everybody here at the Brook Casino. It's football's opening night. It's your ultimate destination for sports betting and world-class sports viewing. We mentioned this wall. It's 100. It's behind us, and there's more going on behind us. But the racing is like
three
all
walls,
the time.
Really, like it's a video wall, but it's really 3 walls.
Yeah, it's like this one really long one and then 2 on the side. It's huge. It's great. So thanks to the people here at the Brook. It's the biggest video wall, as we mentioned, 150 feet. And they got the DraftKings Sportsbook. We were next to a kiosk. People have been betting all night. Their gaming floor, it's got all your favorite table games. Blackjack, roulette, craps. And thanks to Nine Dragons once again, Melissa. Thank you so much. We tried a lot of their signature dishes tonight. Their new stuff, like the... Oh, and we got our Kowloon General Gao in there. Yeah. We got all our chicken fingers and crab rangoons. Those dumplings. Yeah. The hit of the night for me was the dumplings.
For me, it was the tuna. I love.
He loved the tuna.
You never not a lot of places have it.
Yeah, well, I mean, no one
good.
just delivers it. It's something you order normally, right?
Right. Yeah, you got to eat at the restaurant.
What about you, Tyler?
I've never really had a lot of crab rangoon, but I ate this one tonight and it was delicious.
Damn right.
And that's why I'm bringing 3 home now.
That's right. So thanks to everybody here, and thanks to Matthew Stenberg tonight. He's going to be able to go home, watch the rest of the game. He got to work tonight. He got to watch his favorite team. He got to work with us.
Yeah, Stenberg, how glad are you you're going to get to actually catch the end of this game?
I mean, I've been watching it all day, so.
But you get to, you're not going to have to be working. You're going to get to sit back and watch it.
Yeah, I guess. That's fair. I'd like a good outcome, that's for sure.
You kind of reminded me of Napoleon Dynamite. When you're like, well, I've been watching it all day. Tina, eat your ham. It reminded me of that. Hey, did you know they're making it in part 2?
There's no reason for that. There's absolutely no need for that. The story was told.
Okay. Well, shout out Matt. He's an Ithaca guy, right?
Yep.
All these Ithaca people are coming into my life all the time.
There's 3 of us at the station. Oh, and then
we had an intern Luke, and then Cece was also an intern.
Okay.
She was on the morning show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I met her at training camp.
There you go. It's just Ithaca everywhere. Worldwide. Who would have thought?
Over, Joe.
Taking over.
Hey, man.
We're surpassing the Syracuse people.
Maybe that's what it is. All right. I've already given it under 8.5 wins for the year. I gave it out a long, long, long time ago. I've been thinking about the weekend's game. Now, we ask Alex Barth for his thoughts on the game. Maybe where the game can be won by both sides, and a prediction.
So, I think it's first and foremost, I think it's going to be sloppy. And I think it's going to be a little chaotic. Week 1's always wild, but 2 teams with new coaching staffs. The Patriots have 27 players who were not with them at the end of last year. 27 new players. The Raiders have 25. A lot of moving parts here. Where the game can be won, if the Patriots can stop the run and make the Raiders one-dimensional, I do worry a little bit about Brock Bowers. I hope they put Carlton Davis on him. I think that's the best matchup. If they can stop the run and Carlton Davis can take care of Brock Bowers, if they beat you throwing a Dante Thornton, you tip your cap. Those guys get paid too. For the Raiders, it's about beating up on this Patriots offensive line. Does Crosby get more run against Will Campbell? Do they just trust Malcolm Kuntz to take care of it? And if Crosby tests the veteran in Morgan Moses? But I think if the Patriots can win on the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a back-and-forth game. It's going to be an ugly game at times. I do think the Patriots ultimately come out on top. I know you said the trend's not there anymore. I don't like a West Coast team coming east. I do think the Raiders moving parts. The Patriots have a lot too, but the Patriots have the benefit of being at home. Their starters played more in the preseason. 21-17 Patriots. How's that for a pick?
38 points.
What was the total?
Don't know right now.
I think it's 4. I think it's low 40s.
Okay.
21-17. Low scoring, 1-score game.
Don't you forget about us, everybody. Don't you forget about Alex Barth, 98.5.